Yeah. Listen, when Harry Roseman say get him, you know we got him. You know the vibes. I know the vibes, Philly. This is, of course, the link up featuring the lovely Simone Stanley, the brolic Lord Brunson,
Yes,
and
sir.
yours truly, your humble host, Tone DeShields II. Super grateful to be here with y'all, man. This couldn't have come at a better time. We already got over 100 people in the live stream just locked in. We know y'all been waiting patiently. We sorry we've been late. Y'all was supposed to get content on Wednesday, but life happens. But it's Freaky Friday, and we got so much to talk about with y'all. First and foremost, let me check in with my people. LB Simone, what's good? What y'all love to? How y'all feeling? Talk to me.
Hey, I'm feeling good. But this the thing, though, Tone. We'd have been sick if we'd have dropped it Wednesday. Because we didn't get the big news till yesterday.
Right.
And then everything happened for a reason. We'd have been sick.
See how God worked?
Right. God's plan, for real. Everything
right.
For real.
Oh, man. So, Simone, what's going on? What you been up to? I heard you you had a little drive from, what was it? When the news dropped, you was driving from Atlanta to North Carolina, right?
Yeah. So I was driving from Atlanta to North Carolina, got the notification, had to pull over because I was only like an hour into my drive. So the drive is like 4.5 hours. So I had to pull over, do my video. Oh, y'all know how it go. Y'all know how I'm like, no, the crazy thing is I'm like, why couldn't this news just come an hour sooner? Like the timing was terrible because I had just like, but yeah, gotta do what you gotta do. I was excited. Like we knew like a wide receiver might be coming, but like nobody was throwing out Jahan Dotson.
Yeah.
I ain't know, bro.
Where was you at?
I was at an amusement park with my family. You know what I mean? We just bro, we just got out of the car, right? We just got out the car. You know, you can hear the roller coasters. The kids like, oh, let's get it. I'm like, babe, I just need a minute and a half. Just let me touch base. You know what I mean? I put that joint together, and we was at Busch Gardens. So you know, you got to hop on a little shuttle to get to the amusement park, like a little 3-minute ride. I'm doing a thumbnail on a 3-minute ride, but I made it happen, man. We got into the amusement park. I'm like, oh yes, you know. So shout out to my lady, man. She held it down for that 1 minute. You know what I mean? Well, I had to get that out.
I dig it, man. It's crazy when the news dropped. I'm in the crib. I think I was the only one close to home base, and I'm in the crib, and all of a sudden it came across the wire, and I'm saying to myself, "Oh, this is the type of time we on? Oh yeah, oh yeah. They know what's up. They know what time it is." And when you think about this roster, I mean, let's just call it what it is first and foremost. Let's just we could talk about it, but our eyes sometimes are stronger than anything else. I mean, just take a look at that. That's a nice little squad. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, man.
It's unbelievable.
Right. It's crazy. And to think that Jahan Dotson I'm saying he the fifth option.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Maybe
you know what I mean? A lot of right. You know what I mean? A lot of people running around with this narrative right now that Jahan Dotson is supposed to come in here and reinvent the wheel or be leading the wide receiver room. No. Jahan Dotson is just supposed to be better than Quez Watkins.
Exactly.
That's all he got to do.
That's all you got to do.
That's it, man. And you know, he landed into a place where wide receivers really like him. I think AJ was quoted saying he's this generation's Julio. You know what I mean? He landed in a spot, you know what I mean, where he could learn from guys like Smitty. He could learn how to use his athleticism. I think he got a pretty solid route running tree already. But this is just ridiculous, man. Because think about what was our ultimate Achilles heel on the offensive side of the ball against the Buccaneers. We was short AJ. So don't have a number 3 that could step up and that could be a complement to what we got going on. If AJ, God forbid, get nicked up, Jahan Dotson and Smitty is way better than Smitty and Quez Watkins going into a playoff game. So.
Very good.
Yeah.
Appreciate the super chat, D1922. It's almost that time. Let's go, Birds. Obviously, we love the trade. And again, Brunson, couldn't agree 1,000%. I don't know why. Like, we just need somebody to be better than Quez Watkins.
Right.
Like,
and he's 10 times better than that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody's saying we being dramatic, we overhyping. They haven't lived through this wide receiver room that they see the shine with AJ and Devontae. They don't see the little things, the little Achilles heel when you don't have a reliable wide receiver 3 like we have not had. So this is a big move. Like, I'm just so glad that Howie Roseman's keeping his foot on the gas. You know what I'm saying? Because again, even without Jahan Dotson, we would have been fine. We would have been good regardless. But it's just going that extra mile, like covering all the bases, not leaving anything up to chance. That's the thing I love about Howie Roseman, and it's giving me signals that, like, yeah, we really feel like we can go in and win this year.
Man, whenever I hear somebody try to down talk this move, all I can say to them is, we used to pray for times like this to rhyme like this. Like, they don't understand what we've been through as Eagles fans when it comes to the wide receiver position, the cornerback position, just trying to make sure those positions are solidified, not just for the now, but also for the future. I mean, we came close when we brought in Alshon Jeffrey, but that didn't last long. You know what I'm saying? And then we thought Nelson Aguilar could be the guy, but that never really panned out the way we wanted it to. He had his best season when we needed it most, thank God. But now we got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson. Don't forget Saquon Barkley, Dallas Goedert, Jalen Hurts commanding the offense. I mean, this is one of those situations that you can't even dream about this. This is the kind of situation where most teams will never even be able to achieve something like this because they don't have the proper people in place in the front office to be able to move the numbers around. And that's where things get real interesting about this move because, you know, of course, obviously on the field, it's a beautiful move. But I think the move off the field, I think the move financially is even better. When you think about it from the perspective of you bring in a former first-round pick, a guy that's within the division, he knows the opponent, he's going to be motivated, and on top of that, he's on the rookie deal. You control his rights for an additional 2 seasons. Make it 3 seasons if you want to include the 5th-year option. I mean, this move is not just a now move. It's a tomorrow move. It's a next year move. I can't really. It seems like Howie Roseman just continues to outdo himself. He continues to show why he is the best GM in the NFL. And then on top of that, I mean, look, Nick Sirianni, Kellen Moore, Jalen Hurts. Don't look. I don't need y'all going to Howie Roseman's office. Don't knock on his door not one time this season. I mean,
you can't from to touch on that from a financial standpoint. The move is an A+. You know what I mean? What you gave up a 3rd-round pick. We had 2 of those. You know what I mean? I think you got a 5th back. Now we got about 4 of those next season. So from a financial standpoint, it just makes sense. You get a guy that you can further develop, and you get that 3 years out of him if you choose to ride the 5th-year option. But more importantly, what I think a lot of people are not talking about is you also get a guy to where you could build his resume up and trade him. You could potentially flip him for a 2nd-round pick next year. At the end of next year, you could flip him for a 2nd-round pick or something like that. So a lot of people not really looking at this in a totality in terms of, you know, a team that has a GM like Howie Roseman. They sleeping. When you hear most of the knocks on Jahan Dotson, what are they talking about? He was a 2nd year. He was a 2nd option. No, he wasn't. You know what I mean? I had to just debunk that on Twitter. How was Jahan Dotson a 2nd option where Curtis Samuels is averaging 91.5 targets a year? The 2 years he was in Washington with Jahan Dotson, he averaged 91.5 targets. Jahan Dotson was somewhere around 70-something. And you know what Terry McLaurin brings to the table, but this is the thing. He had the 3rd least targets in that wide receiver room, but he had the most touchdowns. Make it make sense. 11 touchdowns in the last 2 seasons. The kid could play. So don't try to make it seem like he chopped liver. You want to know who else had 11 touchdowns the last 2 seasons? Brandon Cooks. You know what I mean? While Terry McLaurin only got 9, I believe. Come on, bro. The kid is good in the red zone. That's what we need out of our wide receiver 3, to get open in them pockets and score, put points on the board. So, you know, the major knocks that I'm hearing from this is just from haters within the division. They sick.
Yeah, they not sleep, bro. They sick. And like everybody brought up all them old tweets where everybody was talking about Jahan Dotson. Now all of a sudden, Jahan Dotson AG. Like we all seen what Jahan Dotson could do in the NFC East. Like it's not sleep, it's hate.
Hey Simone, if Dallas would have got him, they would have had a whole party.
Exactly.
He automatically wide receiver 2 over there.
They don't even got their wide receiver 1, and they worried about our wide receiver 3.
Talk the 3. They worried about our 5th option. Meanwhile, you know what I mean? Meanwhile, they man ain't even at practice yet. They got bigger fish to fry than me worrying about some Jahan Dotson. Jahan Dotson got film cooking everybody secondary, including the Eagles, if we being real.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I mean? He done put the Eagles secondary in the blender. He done got off on Dallas. He done got off on the Giants. It is what it is. The kid could play, so don't try to downplay it because you know he's a Philadelphia Eagle. Now he don't gotta come in here and be the man at all. He never even had to be the man in Washington. But to act like at 24 years old, 500 receiving yards in your rookie year, then 500 receiving yards in your sophomore year is bad, while you already have a bona fide number one in Terry McLaurin, make it make sense. And he went through 2 QB changes. Carson Wentz.
Three.
Carson Wentz is 3?
Heineke.
Carson.
Talk about it.
Carson, Tyler Heineke, and then they had Sam Howell.
Right.
Had two
different
OCs.
Right.
Whoever it was before that, and then they had Eric Bieniemy. When Eric Bieniemy came there, he's supposed to be this offensive guru, right? Tell me why the Commanders, their offense was so off balance. They were like top 5, top 10 in pass attempts. They were last in the league in run attempts. Their offense was so off balance. You knew what was coming when they was throwing the ball. And then on top of that, everybody's numbers took a dip when Eric Bieniemy came in there. Scary Terry numbers went down. Curtis Samuel numbers went down. Dotson numbers went down. And people forget that rookie year, he was on fire until he got hurt. So this kid can play. Now, obviously, his situation coming into Washington this season wasn't really optimal because of the simple fact that I don't think the new regime favored him too much. What I've been hearing is that he kind of came in with the mentality that okay, why do I have to compete for my job? I was drafted in the first round. I've been your most productive receiver in the red zone. Why do I got to compete with Diami Brown, who hasn't even done nothing close to what I've done? Why do I got to compete with Luke McCaffrey, who has done nothing what I've done? Why I got to compete with Olamide Zaccheaus? But nonetheless, competition is competition. He's now in a situation with the Philadelphia Eagles where all that competition talk is nil. You want to know why? Because what makes the situation so beautiful is that there's a clear pecking order. There's not going to be there's not going to be no confusion on Sundays. We're not going to hear Jahan Dotson going to Jalen Hurts. Hey, where my touches? We're not going to hear Devontae Smith going to Jalen Hurts saying where my touches. We're not going to hear AJ Brown doing that because I personally feel AJ Brown has truly evolved as a leader. And you even hear it in the way Joseph Nagata talks about him, right? Joseph Nagata said, AJ's the one that really keep me in line. AJ the one that really motivate me and put that battery in my back because sometimes I get a little too emotional. And AJ the one to tell me to bring it back in and focus on the game, focus on my technique and the fundamentals, and focus on my job. The Philadelphia Eagles are in a beautiful situation. That wide receiver room is, let's just say the trio. I said this yesterday on my live stream. This wide receiver trio is the best in the NFL. And we can go through it. We can go through every team together today. We got time. We can go through every team and just go player by player and figure out what it is. Like, I'm tired of people coming. I heard somebody come in here and say, "Oh no, the Cincinnati Bengals." I'm like, you realize they ain't got Tyler Boyd no more, right?
Right.
Like, somebody
they didn't know that.
Somebody tried to say, "Oh,"
and I need these teams who don't got their players locked up. Don't be trying to have no debate about wide receivers when your wide receiver one ain't coming to practice.
Cut the check.
Bengals. I don't even want to hear you in the conversation. Jamar Chase is not at practice. CD is not at practice. So y'all don't need to be in this conversation about who got the best wide receiver.
Don't forget T. Higgins. He won his money too.
Oh yeah.
A legit comparison for best wide receiver group. I would have to say the Texans might be there. The Texans might be there if you want to talk about it, but really, are they really there? Listen,
I would say
it's probably the Dolphins. It's only the Dolphins and the Eagles for real.
If you want to, you could probably throw in
Dolphins, Eagles, Texans, and Bears.
This is
but
underrated.
Bears got that
Titans too. Titans. If you look at Titans trio,
is D-Hop still D-hopping?
I mean, he
not. I'm only gonna say the Eagles and the Dolphins because they the only two with 4 wide receivers in the top 100. They're the only two that are respected by the pairs. They're the only two with 4 wide receivers in the top 100. So to say the Eagles don't have one of the best or the best wide receiver room in the league, which they do, in my opinion, is ludicrous when the pairs say otherwise. Now, Dotson wasn't top 100, but Smitty and AJR, then you bring in a guy who got 11 touchdowns the last 2 years being the third option. I think the Eagles got it.
I think so too. I feel like the only respectable debate I would have when it comes to these who got the best wide receiver trio, the only debates I'll consider is the Dolphins, the Texans, and the Bears. But the Bears, when we talk about the core, we talking about the trio. We're not talking about duo, trio. Rome is a rookie, so I'm not gonna put them in the top trio.
Roman did nothing.
And the quarterback is a rookie. We haven't seen them cook together yet.
Exactly.
We haven't seen Rome yet. Like, he got the potential, but how are we gonna put them in the best trio when he ain't got no NFL film yet?
And then take down 1 year.
The Dolphins, right? Texans, Dolphins, and us, but I got us number 1.
Easily, in my opinion, I'm taking AJ over Stephon Diggs. I'm taking and again. And see, here's the thing, right? When you start getting into that top 5 wide receiver category, at that point, it's not even about talent no more. It's about preference. Pick your poison.
Right.
If it's a draft, okay, you pick the guy. I'll take who's left. You know what I'm saying? If AJ Brown and Tyreek Hill on the board, okay, all right. You take whoever you want first, and I'll take whoever's left. You get what I'm saying? So, like, when you start getting into that category, it's all about preference. But I'm still taking AJ Brown over Tyreek Hill because of his stylistically, the way he plays the game. I like AJ Brown's archetype more so than I like Tyreek Hill's. I like Devontae Smith's archetype more than I like Jalen Waddle's. And then Jahan Dotson, if you want to compare him to OBJ, we're talking about OBJ today, not OBJ when he was with the Giants. OBJ last year put up damn near the same numbers Jahan Dotson did. So, so if we're talking numbers, I mean, tell me something I don't know. Tell me something that's going to make the ground shake. I'm looking at AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Jahan Dotson and saying, you know what? Who really checking them? Like,
the only thing the only thing that can logically give the Dolphins the edge is OBJ.
Yeah, OBJ
is still OBJ to a degree. Like OBJ is a better third option than Jahan Dotson. He's a better third option than Dotson.
With that health?
You know what I mean? Say that again.
With the health?
Health? I don't know. Healthy. What if he healthy this year? You know what I mean? Healthy OBJ is different.
With my thing, I feel like we have to take, like, with anything we saying as healthy. Like, we just consider like OBJ as healthy, like everybody as healthy. But we got to get the Casper comment because Casper was like, y'all skipped over my chat.
So no, we skipped it. I had it on the screen, but
he had it on the screen. He said, LB, I can't see your super chat, but I've been trying.
For a year? I've been missing the bag for a year. I gotta get that fixed, bro. I gotta get that fixed, Casper. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna look into that today, bro.
But
bad, Brody.
Wide receiver 3 in and of itself, OBJ. OBJ probably, when we talk about Texans, when we talk about us, Dolphins, Bears, OBJ probably the best wide receiver 3. But when it comes to the core, I'm gonna take AJ and Smitty over Tyreek and Waddle. So I'm gonna still take our core over Miami.
You know, y'all want to know what I've been having a hard time dealing with? I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm ready to start running down. I'm running down on folks this season, man. I'm having a hard time. No. I'm really running down now. I'm having a hard time dealing with. Huh? What'd you say, Tom?
When did you stop though?
Right. When did you stop?
I've been going light. I've been going light, Tom. I've been going light. I'm telling you, I've been going light. All right. But look, this is the thing. I've been having a hard time dealing with people saying, "Well, who gonna get him the ball?" I hate that comment, bro. That's the worst one because there's guys that I respect in the film breakdown space that are saying this. Who gonna get him the ball? I mean, the guy that got 2 wide receivers in the top 100 gonna get him the ball. Like, let's stop acting like Jalen Hurts can't throw in 2024. It's some of the laziest analysis, reporting, whatever you want to call it. It just don't make no sense. Yeah. How can you watch the Super Bowl where he went shot for shot with Patrick Mahomes and still act like he can't throw in 2024? How can you do it? It's so lazy. It's not even a talking point no more. Show me some film saying that this man can't throw the ball.
That's,
you know what I mean? Show me something.
That's a lazy hater take. That's somebody grasping at straws when you know we popping, when you know we fight, and you just looking for something to say. I don't even respect that take.
I can even.
That's just a lazy take, bro.
Yeah,
like
so lazy.
I agree. When he was healthy. Like, that's not even a take. That's just
because it's Cowboy, and the main thing about it is it's a lot of Cowboys fans and content creators with that taking that mindset. But
they nervous, bro. They nervous.
They scared. Oh, they scared. They're scared. Bro. But I'm never going to lie and say Dak Prescott can't throw the ball or Dak Prescott can't play. That would make me a liar. Dak is good. He can't play, but he can't win. And that's the truth. So I'm not a liar. If you can't win and I'm telling the truth about it, it's the truth. But to say Jalen Hurts can't throw is a flat out lie, bro. Cut it out.
You saying the little boys. Why are we listening to what the little boys saying? The little boy, that beef is everlasting. But what I'm gonna say is, like, if I'm having a serious conversation with somebody, yes, Dak is he's a solid dude. Like, he's solid. It's hard to find a solid quarterback. Like, finding a solid quarterback is extremely hard, and he's solid. But when I'm on here talking my shit, I'm gonna say who gonna give him the ball. So I'm not even mad at the little boy for saying that because Till the day Dak is gone, I'm a disrespect. They could get Patrick Mahomes. If Patrick Mahomes playing for the little boys, I'm gonna have some digs. It just come with it.
It's a fact. It's true. It's true.
It's just what come. And again, that's a good thing though, because they don't have nothing else to say but that.
Right.
That just show you. And again, y'all don't have a quarterback.
They nervous.
Y'all don't have a quarterback. Y'all don't have a wide receiver one. Y'all got two guys asking for money.
They ain't got no future.
And we steady signing folks, doing TikToks, all that shit. And y'all don't even got their quarterback straight. It's August 24th.
Right. Thomas Brown caught the Nas reference. Let's get into my guy Quentin Campbell, man. Thank you for the super chat, bro. He said the offense's identity Super Bowl season was RPO. With this offense, there should be only one or two brotherly shoves for touchdowns. I ain't gonna lie, bro, because what I've been seeing from preseason, y'all, is Kellen Moore has the keen ability to just be next level in the red zone. So I agree with that take.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we done really gave our raw thoughts about this move up front. I want to provide some details about the trade. So obviously the Philadelphia Eagles traded for Jahan Dotson. I'm gonna give you guys some information here. Make sure you guys continue to smash that like button. We appreciate you guys for really donating to the channel, super chat, and we appreciate all of y'all for being locked in on the content. You guys are spectacular. We have over 650 people locked in on all our channels combined. This is a movie, y'all, and we really appreciate y'all for being here. Now, and again, make sure y'all smash that like button. Keep the energy up. So, in this trade, the Philadelphia Eagles made out with Jahan Dotson and the 2025 fifth-round pick, and the Commanders received the Eagles' 2025 third-round pick and 2 seventh-round picks. When I saw that deal, I said to myself, easy money. The reason I say that is because if the Eagles do exactly what we know they're going to do, that third-round pick is basically a fourth-round pick. And those seventh-round picks is what, back end, depending on where you got the seventh-round picks from. I don't know if those picks are like flat out the Eagles or do they belong to other teams. But when I think about just what Howie Roseman gave up to get that player, and people say, damn, you give up a third rounder for a guy who's been underwhelming, I say to myself, well, if you think that's a high price, this is why I would pay that price.
Mm-hmm.
Not only are you bringing in a former first-round pick, you're taking him within division. Secondly, you're getting him with a favorable contract. So people got to understand that when you trade for players, there's more nuance to it than just, player for player or talent for talent, right? There's so many intricacies that go into it as far as the way the contract looks, where they're getting traded to, you know what I'm saying? Like relationships with GMs, like it gets so deep. And a lot of people also like to say, well, they traded him in division. That mean they ain't worried about him. Right. Honestly, when I hear people say that, I say to myself, it's the Commanders. Like,
come on, we ain't talking about no regular franchise.
Right. You're not going to try to convince me that the Commanders got ulterior motives. You're not going to try to convince me that the Commanders are just these riddlers behind the scenes. Like, I'm not buying that. I think
it's the lesser of two evils, I think, Tone. I think it's the lesser of two evils because the Cowboys can afford a rookie contract.
Of course.
The Cowboys can afford a rookie contract, and the Cowboys would have gave up a third, especially what was going on with CeeDee Lamb. So I feel like, trading them within the division for that third-round pick, I think Howie gave them an offer that they could not refuse. Howie took advantage of a very young front office. These guys are just now getting together.
Very good point.
You know what I mean? And I that's what make it a bonehead play on their part to me, to do it within the division. That's what make it a bonehead play to me.
Yeah, I agree. I love the move. Just going through some numbers. Last season, through 17 games, Dotson put up 49 catches on 83 targets, 518 receiving yards, averaged almost 11 yards a catch, and 4 touchdowns as the number 3 in Washington. And then the year before, he pretty much put up similar numbers. And I know earlier we talked about his ability to run the route tree. I do want to show you guys something very interesting, and I want to give this man credit. His name is Louis Diabasi from Locked On Eagles. He showed me a graphic about Jahan Dotson's ability to win in various route combinations and various route concepts, and I want y'all to just take a look at this. So, as you can see right here, this is Jahan Dotson's success by route in 2022. And we're going to get to your super chats, by the way, you guys. We got a whole show. We want to make sure we give you guys a cohesive product. So don't think we forgot about your super chats. We're going to address all of them. But yes, this is Jahan Dotson's success by route in 2022.
Sheesh.
I like it.
So y'all look at that and y'all tell me what y'all feel.
He can run a whole route tree. He can run a whole route tree.
And that's just 2022. Now, 2023, a little worse, but I think the quarterback play, again, was mediocre and the play calling was inconsistent.
Yeah.
But still, he's winning more than he's losing in these routes.
And this is a wide receiver 3 who got the route tree about 80% covered.
Yep. So this is 2023. And another thing that we need to discuss, right? You see how we didn't just trade for your prototypical number 3 receiver. He traded for a guy that not only can win in the slot, but can also win on the outside. According to PFF, Jahan Dotson played 65% of his snaps on the outside and played 35% of his snaps in the slot. And he's shown an ability to be able to win anywhere on this field. So then you brought up earlier, Laura Brunson, you brought up the fact that 1, who you gonna guard, and 2, he's probably option 5 or 6 in this offense, right? Let's really think about it. So AJ Brown, option 1.
Right.
Devontae Smith, option 2. Dallas Goedert, option 3 in the passing game. Then you got Saquon Barkley, option 4. And then option 5 may be Jahan Dotson, or option 5 could be a Jalen Hurts takeoff.
Right.
And then option 6, Jahan Dotson. So at worst, Jahan Dotson is option 6 in this offense. At best, he's option 5. You mean to tell me Jahan Dotson, all he got to do is do what he did in Washington. That's all he got to do.
Right. But this is the thing. This is the thing that people fail to realize. Jahan Dotson, the addition of Jahan Dotson means that somebody is going to win on every single play.
Yeah.
AJ might not win. Smitty might not win. Dotson might win. Goddard might win. Saquon might win on the check down. You got a guy like Jahan Dotson in his offense. The check down becomes that much more important for Jalen Hurts. If the deep ball ain't there, if they covering guys running routes 15 yards or deeper, then the Saquon Barkley screen or a Saquon Barkley check down could go 80 yards. A Jahan Dotson screen or a Jahan Johnson check down could go 80 yards. A Dallas Goedert check down could go 15 yards, 25 yards or something like that. This offense is beyond explosive. And 3 wide receiver sets. There's nobody in the National Football League that's coming out there with 3 cornerbacks, you know what I mean, on more than 5 drives in a game, unless it's a Hail Mary situation in most cases. That means that Jahan Dotson or whoever's lined up in the slot going to be matched up with a safety. There's no safety in the National Football League that could guard Smitty, bro. There's no safety in the National Football League that could guard Jahan Dotson. Like, this offense should literally be unstoppable on some Sundays.
You can't play.
They should literally be unstoppable some Sundays. Jalen Hurts is a lock for 4,000 passing yards.
You can't play man-to-man, Simone. You can't blitz him, Simone. What they gonna do, Simone?
They're gonna blitz. They're gonna try. They're going to try to blitz. Their only option is the blitz. They're going to get cooked
and
all
Jalen,
up and down the field.
Jalen already got the blitz down. Now he been talking to Wink. So that's
right. Your only option for real, like the narrative that he can't read defenses, that's going to get you cooked. But I guess you could try that to confuse him with his zone or something like that. Then the check down going to be there. If you blitz, you're done because you're leaving Smitty or AJ on a 9 route. You know what I'm saying? You're done.
How do you?
I just want to see. Right. I just want to see what the game plan is.
How do you game plan?
I don't know. I don't know.
All 3 receivers can line up anywhere on the football field.
The Packers are going to come out blitzing on September 6th. I guarantee you that. They have no choice because there's no film to say, how do I guard these guys yet?
Yeah. I'm excited.
They have no choice. The Packers are going to try to play keep away.
I'm feeling much more like that move got me so much more excited for week 1 against the Packers. And honestly, week 2, because we see what the Falcons been doing, like adding their little pieces. So
Falcons trying to be taken serious this year, and I respect it.
I respect it. I like what they're doing.
I like what they're doing. I kind of do.
I like it for them.
I do. Kurt look good. You know who I like it for? I like it for Kyle Pitts.
Yes.
I don't like it for none of them. I live in Atlanta, and we gotta play them week 2.
Yeah, you gotta
I love it for them after week. The last thing I can have happen is us
coming to the Linc ain't good for them. The only way I'm worried is if we lose to the Packers. I'm worried if we lose to the Packers because I do not want to start 0-2. You know what I mean? I'm worried for the Packers.
But let me tell you, you worry, I'm losing sleep because I'm going to both of those games. And if I go to 2 games to start the season and I start off, do you know how sick I'm sick?
You're gonna be sick if you come back from Brazil after the L. You're gonna be sick. That alone.
Coming back from Brazil after the L, and that puts so much more pressure on them. I won't even be able to have fun at the Falcons game because I'm gonna be scared. Because I'm gonna be like,
right. I'm gonna be at the Falcons game, but yeah,
that's gonna be lit, bro. No,
I got us.
We have to beat the Pack. We can't start off 0-1. We can't. Like
we can't.
Not. Like
I don't see why we don't beat them. To be quite honest with you, I mean, look, a lot of
this will be the only way. This will be the only way that we can lose to the Packers if we can't stop the run. They're just not going to give us the ball for enough time for us to get in a rhythm and be effective with all of our new weapons. If we cannot stop Josh Jacobs, it's going to be a long day for us.
Yeah, they got the
right. That's what I'm saying. We have to shut down the run. I don't believe in this Jordan Love thing. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro.
I'm so glad you said that. I don't believe it. I'm so glad you said that. You want me to tell you why?
I don't believe it, Tone.
Because here's the thing. I'm not like I watched him play, right?
Right.
He could play. But my problem is just how quick everybody starts stroking. Like he only really gave you 9 games of quality football.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you, but I'm gonna tell you why.
I think it was that Dallas game that did it. That Dallas game pushed them over the top. But here's my retort to that. Everybody smack on Dallas in the playoffs. What are we talking about?
That's true.
Everybody smack on Dallas in the playoffs.
But I think Jordan Love was going into like his 5th year or something like that. What was his situation? Like he was up to get paid, right?
But they paid him twice actually. They gave him an extra 2 years and then they gave him the full-blown contract this offseason, right? But the way all I know is this: Jordan Love don't have a rough season. Because he had
a good season though. Overall, he had a good season, and the Dallas game was a cherry on top. And he almost beat the Lions.
You know, he did. He didn't know what San Fran. You mean San Fran?
But he almost beat San Fran. Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. To your point, hey, Love, don't have a bad season because they'll flip on you quick. Just ask my man.
Don't have a bad week 1. I'm telling you, don't have a bad week 1. But but as good as the Jahan Dotson move is, I am still slightly concerned. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, yo. I'm slightly concerned about the defense, and I'm slightly concerned about the tight end 2 position. We did just cut CJ Uzomah. That means that this EJ Jenkins thing is getting a little steam. I do not have any faith in Grant Calcaterra staying healthy. You know what I mean? I feel like we should have drafted a tight end 2. You listen. The nuts and screws can use a little more tightening. That's all I'm saying for security purposes. You know what I mean? I hate to be that guy, but you know what I mean? It's a couple things that tighten up.
First of all, they be mad when I say I'm scared for a game. First of all, I ain't playing. Y'all shouldn't care if I'm scared or not. As long as Jalen on them, I have to be confident. I ain't on the field. But anyway, we just talked about being scared. Now you bringing up some bullshit. Why?
Because it's the truth.
But can we not do fear back to back?
So let me ask y'all, what's up with the tight end 2 position? I'm worried about it because Kellen Moore uses these guys. We lost CJ Uzomah. I thought he was a lock to make the roster. Grant Calcaterra, I think he got like 140-yard pass coming out of the second half in one game 3 years ago. That's the only thing I can remember him doing.
Yeah, that was in the Washington game. That's
the only thing I remember.
That was the moment where I was like, "Oh, he could play."
I was there. Matter of fact, that's why I remember it.
That was a big catch too.
Right. You know what I mean?
We just let certain positions just go to the wayside. Like we've known for a little while now, we need better depth behind Dallas Goedert. Like, why do we just not address that? Like,
so was tight end? Well, was wide receiver 3 a bigger concern than tight end 2 and edge rusher in your opinion? I love the Dotson move. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll be honest with you.
The draft, we were supposed to address the tight end. Like, I thought we was all on the same page that we needed to address that in the draft.
I thought they was going to.
I think we all had that same mindset.
Yeah. After the draft, though, okay, once we got Anais and Johnny, I feel like we thought in Paris. I feel like we thought we were going to be good at wide receiver 3, and then tight end would have been our only real concern on offense. But then once we got in them games and we started seeing who was it and who wasn't it, then they both became a concern. And I
think Paris might get cut now.
Might get cut. Paris is done.
It's over for that.
It's
over for that.
It's over for that.
And we're gonna get into our 53 man prediction for sure. But hear me out on this, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not worried about tight end 2. I'm really not. Listen, hear me out. When I hear people talk about it, I say to myself, is that really what we worried about? Because look, think about last year, right? Tight end 2 definitely showed its ugly head when Dallas Goedert got hurt, right? And we were asking ourselves, damn, like who gonna really fill that void? And you saw how the offense didn't really function to the fullest of its potential without Dallas Goedert, right?
Yeah.
But don't you think that wouldn't have been as bad if Quez Watkins was actually a player?
Wait, I'm sorry. I was reading a comment that I got.
I don't know.
What I'm trying.
I don't know how I feel about that because
what I'm trying to say is. Oh, so go ahead.
This is the thing how I feel about that because when you take Dallas Goedert, who was behind him, Stoll, I think
Jack Stoll,
Jack Stoll is more of a blocker than a pass catcher. Jack Stoll is just an extension of the offensive line for real. Yeah, he could catch because he's a tight end, but his route tree ain't like Dallas Goedert. So if Dallas Goedert missing a game, you got a guy who can't even run the same plays for real. Jack Stoll's main objective is extra protection. So I don't think Quez Watkins would have helped because you're taking a whole route off the field. Now he would have helped if he would have been able to win his routes. I take that back.
But that's my point. So my point is like because we noticed how the offense lost a little bit of his giddy up when Dallas Goedert left. AJ Brown and Smitty still did their thing, but you notice that Hurts was leaning strictly on AJ and Devontae only 2 options. Right now, you add in Jahan Dotson to this situation. AJ Brown, Smitty, Jahan Dotson, God forbid Dallas got to go down. But if you do, let's just say the backup tight end ends up being, and let's just say Greg Calcaterra hurt too, because I don't trust his body.
God dang it, we just dropping everybody off.
No, listen, I don't trust him. EJ Jenkins, I'm gonna be honest with you, I like him, and
he showed flashes.
And if you put him in a situation where you got AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, Saquon Barkley, you mean EJ can't get open?
Yeah,
he could get open, but this the thing though. So if Dallas Goedert does go down, I will say this: now you have the luxury of being able to run a ground and pound offense. Get your best blocking tight end in his place and pound the ball with Saquon Barkley. Just don't throw the ball as much. You know what I mean? Pick your spots. You can run more play action. It's a lot you could do.
No, but you're right though. Without Goedert, it makes your offense more predictable because your tight ends become utility guys at that point. If you see,
and then we refuse to run the ball. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? When Goddard was out, we didn't run the ball. Shout out to y'all, man. 530 people in the building. I'm looking on my channel from my phone. I don't know how many total, but y'all definitely be showing up for us, man. Shout out to y'all.
800 people total.
That's what we do, though. That's what we do.
Shout out to everybody. Yeah. I gotta address some bullshit I seen. Because a little boy doesn't.
Some super chats packing up on us.
Somebody said
we're gonna get to all of them. Trust me, we got y'all.
Somebody said it wasn't a super chat. It was a hater that jumped in, probably from Lil Brunson Twitter account. Zacchaeus
definitely was.
He said Zacchaeus beat out Dotson. Y'all got worse than last year at wide receiver 3. First and foremost, we didn't use Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus is a fire wide receiver 3 that we did not use.
I like him actually.
Right. I like him too. I like him.
We got Zacchaeus. Like the Falcons with Zacchaeus, like Zacchaeus is a very good wide receiver 3. That's why we got him. That's how we got him. But with that Brian Johnson, with that Nick Sirianni, with that prioritizing Quez Watkins, we straight up did Olamide Zacchaeus dirty. We didn't maximize Olamide Zacchaeus. Like, so
we didn't maximize Zach Pascal.
So exactly. So he said Zacchaeus beating out Dotson is a bad sign. No, Zacchaeus is a good wide receiver 3. Like Zacchaeus beating out Dotson, if that is the case, doesn't raise any alarm. Zacchaeus is good. We didn't use him good. So please do not make your assumptions of Olamide Zacchaeus based off of the way we used him. And
I guarantee you Dotson have a better year.
Hey, listen though, real quick though. Now all of a sudden they know who Olamide is. Now all of a sudden, Olamide, that guy. You
Olamide, don't do him. Olamide is that's what I'm saying. Olamide, I was lit. I was just as lit when we signed Olamide Zacchaeus as I was when we signed Dotson, because again, I live in Atlanta. I've seen Olamide every week in Atlanta. We were using Quez. Once Quez got back, why were we? There was 2 touchdown catches where Olamide made great grabs for us.
Important ones.
Important grabs. Like Olamide was him as a wide receiver 3. Okay.
Quez ain't catching either one of them passes.
Quez was not catching none of those.
Because he ain't got this.
Quez ain't catching either one of them. Yeah.
What Kobe do? He ain't got this.
He ain't got it.
And I was pissed when I was sick because Olamide is a Philly guy too. Like, I get it. Of course, why would you want to come back after Brian Johnson and Nick and all that boo? But I'm like, dang, we lost Olamide. We lost a good one. Like, don't sleep on Olamide.
Kellen Moore would have used him to a T.
Exactly.
Kellen Moore would have used him to a T.
Whoever the Falcons OC was using him to a T. Like,
right.
So don't play Infamous.
I know.
2K. I went to the same.
Oh, my man, Infamous. Oh no, listen.
Oh, now you friends with Oz. Oh,
no,
now
no,
you.
I know Infamous. Watch this. I know Infamous. You gotta watch him. You know why? Infamous is you can't trust Infamous. I'm gonna tell you why. Infamous, when I first started making content, and Infamous know I got love for him because he been supporting me from the beginning. Infamous was an Eagles fan when I met him.
What?
But then I can't. But
what you mean was?
No, follow me here. He was an Eagles fan when I met him, right? But then when things went south for Carson, I couldn't find him at first. And then all of a sudden, I started seeing him talking about let's go Colts. I'm like, hold on, wait, time's out. So hold on, wait. You was a Carson Wentz fan, not an Eagles fan. And then I'm like, okay, Carson actually did have a solid Colts season, but they moved on from him prematurely. Nonetheless, this man became a Colts fan.
So who is he a fan of now?
Then when Carson went to Washington, I saw this dude talking about Commanders. So I'm like, hold on, wait, time's out.
So he just a Wentz fan.
I can't trust you. I can't trust your opinion. I can't trust your analysis.
I bet you he ain't no Chiefs fan. I bet you either he not a Chiefs fan or he having the best time of his life. We back to back. We bought the 3-peat.
No, you know what he's saying? He said, I'm a Jaden Daniels fan now.
I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at listen, he putting it out there on the front. I wish them Cowboys fans was like that because a lot of them are Dak fans.
You think so?
Oh, a lot of the content creators.
They Dak fans.
They Dak fans.
I'm not even trying to be.
But the fan base don't like Dak though.
For real. I'm telling you the truth. This is how you know if you still are living and dying behind that franchise, knowing they ain't done nothing in 30 years, and you saying Dak deserve his money. If you saying Dak deserve his money and Jerry Jones should pay his money, you're a Dak fan. That's the key sign right there. Because Jerry Jones should not play no employee who can't get it done. That don't make sense.
Somebody will though.
Somebody else should.
I don't think it's a Dak issue though, Simone. I really don't. I do. No, hear me out though. The Cowboys have been dealing with their playoff issues before Dak got there. That's a 30-year, 25-year issue. So
all right, so okay. Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
I believe that because I agree that I think Dak is actually a good quarterback. If you put Dak, perfect example. You put Dak in Atlanta, you put Kirk Cousins in Dallas. I think
same result.
Same result. They the same guy.
The same result.
They are the same guy.
Same result.
But I think Dak, I think that pressure will be less in Atlanta than it is with Dallas. I think Dak will actually have some peace of mind.
It's not pressure, man. Throwing them picks in the playoffs is just being buns. And this is the thing. We talk when you talk about the drought.
I'm trying to throw Dak Bell. Y'all see me trying to throw Dak Bell? I'm trying.
We talk about how long the drought was. Tony Romo ain't never have 9 All-Pros. True. On the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. Tony Romo ain't never played with 2,000-yard receivers, 1,000-yard rusher, a 10-sack guy, a 10-interception guy. Tony Romo ain't never had that type of supporting cast. They gave Tony Romo TO for a year and a half and said, work it out. Dak Prescott has had some stacked rosters in the era to where you can't even touch the wide receiver. You know what I mean? He has some stacked rosters. So, you know what I mean? I think it's been way more favorable for Dak than it was for Tony Romo if we're keeping it a bean.
Now, I'm not going to sit here and say all they playoff woes is just on Dak. 2 things are true. Do they have bigger issues in the playoffs than just Dak? Yes. But is Dak mid in the playoffs? Yes. 2 things are true. I don't think Dak is mid because of what pressure? There's absolutely no pressure to play in Dallas.
Hey man, if you throwing 2 interceptions in a playoff game, I can't blame that on nobody else. The Packers lost, y'all. Not to go too far into this, the Packers' loss was on Dak Prescott. He threw them out the game. He threw the 2 picks in the first half. Yep. It was over. What you want the defense to do? Get them interceptions right back? It don't work like that.
You know who ain't never did that? Hurts.
He ain't never do that.
He ain't never do that. A game where he threw two interceptions in the playoff game. Never did that.
And the biggest caveat to this is the peers understand that, though. You know what I mean? The peers understand that, which is why Jalen Hurts is the highest ranked quarterback in the NFC. And Dak is 1 spot behind them. although he had an all-pro season, nobody is talking. Look, that's why I didn't want to do it. This is why I want to do it. They texting me right now. Cowboys content. They watching. He said, "You talking dad? You talking Dak mid show? I love it. Hurts fumbled that Super Bowl away. I ain't. It's Rome. CFT. My evil twin.
That's my man.
Right.
That's my man.
My evil twin. You know what I mean? No, man. You listen. We keeping it a bean, Rome. You know what I mean?
Twin. Yo, that's funny as hell, yo. Bro,
you know what I mean? We keeping it a bean.
The last thing I'm gonna say on the little boys is, Tone, you dead wrong for giving him that pass. That is not a real pass. There is no pressure to perform. They let Tony sit up there, not win nothing, and kept paying him, kept toting that same little team out with them same expectations. There is no pressure. What do they change? They don't change nothing.
Listen. You see
what pressure?
You see what I pulled. You see what I pulled out of y'all, right? You see what I created, right?
Some
bullshit. You see what I created, right? I got Laura Brunson got Rome texting him now. Like, you see what's going on? Like, you see what I did? It's called content creation. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I think I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Dak feel the pressure though.
What pressure?
I don't think you feel it.
What is the consequences for them not for the drought that they have been in? What's been the consequences?
There's been no consequences because they have still had great TV ratings. They still on every Thanksgiving. Their ex-players still right. Their ex-players still get great broadcasting jobs after it's over. There really is no consequences. Dak is about to leave the Dallas. Dak is on the highest paid proven deal I ever seen in my life. Dak is about to leave the Dallas Cowboys organization and go somewhere and make like $60 million a year to a team who feel right to it. They gotta give it to him. If you feel like you're a quarterback away, you gotta pay Dak Prescott that bread. You gotta pay Dak Prescott that bread. I don't know what's up with that front office, to be honest. You know what I mean? I have no idea, man. They have completely missed the window of sheer dominance, bro. If you ask me, they missed the window of sheer dominance.
They have.
But hey, man.
And on top of that, they haven't really done a good job in really filling out this roster. And a lot of teams are going to have to make a lot of tough decisions, come cut down day. And I want to really.
Rome just texted me. He said Dak is not leaving. Y'all praying he leave, bro. We praying to stay. Listen,
Rome. I want him to stay there.
Rome.
I'm Dak's biggest fan.
If Dak leave,
fan club.
If Dak leave, Rome, my lunchtime with the bullies might not be that lit. It might go down a little bit. I need Dak
to leave.
If Dak leaves, y'all got hope.
Who gonna make fun of in the whip?
That's what I'm saying.
But let me ask you this, right? Again, the Cowboys they haven't really done a good job in really building this roster. You can't really take them serious right now. But when you look at the Philadelphia Eagles and what they've done throughout the offseason, and now they're forced to make some tough decisions. The last preseason game is tomorrow, and they're gonna have to cut down that roster from 90 to 53 or whatever it may be. So I kind of want to go through a little bit of a 53-man roster prediction with y'all. Right. And I'm curious about how y'all want to approach it. Now, I could go through mine, and then y'all could voice if y'all will replace a player, add a player, and we can go position by position.
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
If you got something to put on the screen, let's do that. Let's do it that way.
I got you. Say less, my brother. Say less. It don't take much from me. Listen, y'all are tuned into the link up. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure you guys stay engaged with the content. You guys know for a fact when we do it big, and the vibes is always, quite frankly, electric. We appreciate y'all. I'm here with Simone Stanley, Laura Brunson, yours truly, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know how we do it here. Now, let's get to this 53-man roster prediction, because this one was a little tough, because I did an early one, and then I did a second one, and this is my third and final one. So this is what I'm rolling with. So I feel like offense is a little easier. Defense is where it gets more difficult. So quarterback, obviously, I got Jalen Hurts, Tanner McKee, Kenny Pickett. I think the Eagles will come to their senses and make Tanner McKee quarterback number 2. I hope they do. But nonetheless, I got Jalen Hurts, Tanner McKee, and Kenny Pickett. At running back, I got Saquon Barkley, Kenny Gainwell, Will Shipley. I think they keep 4 running backs. I think they go with Terry and Davis Price over Lou Nichols and Kendall Milton.
I don't know why Madden got Davis Price as a tight end.
Madden got Davis Price as a tight end?
Yeah, I seen him like in some tight end sets when I was playing earlier. I'm like, who the hell is Davis Price? He fast as hell. I was like, oh, that's the running back ball. That's why he fast like that.
I mean, it is Madden. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, so again, just stop me where y'all see a discrepancy for y'all. So Saquon Barkley, Kenny Gainwell, Will Shipley, Tyrion Davis Price. The reason I got them keeping 4 running backs is because they did that last year with Swift, Gainwell, Boston Scott, and Rashad Penny. So then wide receiver, I got AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, Britton Covey, Johnny Wilson, Anaya Smith. The reason I got Anaya Smith there is because they drafted him. And I think John Ross and Paris Campbell ultimately, A, haven't shown them enough, and 2, they're not really tied to them. They ain't really got nothing invested in them. They can let them go. Paris Campbell and John Ross was fighting for the Jahan Dotson role. And Jahan Dotson.
I think Anaya Smith goes to the practice squad, and I think Ross make the roster.
You think John Ross over Paris? Interesting.
I think John Ross might make the roster, yo. John Ross been solid. If John Ross would have got more reps with Tanner McKee, bro, John Ross he'd probably have Covey spot.
Yeah, if I was them, I'd be pissed that they had to play with Pickett because Pickett was
not a good represent. See, and I tweeted about this. Like Kenny Pickett playing, it just didn't give you a good representation of what we have in terms of depth at wide receiver. Because Kenny Pickett is mid. He held onto the ball too long. He threw some horrible balls. I mean, luckily for God's sake, Johnny Wilson had a good game 1 in the preseason. You know what I mean? So we know something was there. But I got mixed emotions with the wide receiver room after Britton Covey because I feel like Johnny Wilson best chance to have impact is being tight end too. But I know he don't want to do that. I feel like you kind of got to get in where you fit in, man. Johnny Wilson,
what he need to do to make the roster.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like think of it as you could probably be like Kyle Pitts. Who knows? But Johnny Wilson, I think he don't like. Since when did having to play a different position mean you not good?
That's
like guys have this knock on wide receivers going to tight end or wide receivers being in the slot or cornerbacks playing the slot. But yeah, I think Johnny Wilson, man, will be better as a tight end, but he's definitely making the roster.
Okay. I have what you have. I have Johnny and Anais, and then I got Ross. I got Ross and what's bull name? Paris Campbell. I got them out of here. And Michael was in the chat for about the past hour asking us what we thought about Paris. This is what we think, Michael. I know it's an hour later. I don't know if he's still on.
Unemployment line. That's what we think.
I know Paris like, damn.
I would definitely. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I would practice squad the hell out of Nye Smith, and I would keep Paris Campbell on his roster.
I would too, because that makes your wide receiver room technically stronger. In my opinion,
it do. Paris Campbell got a lot left in it. Paris Campbell is still good. Yeah, I just don't know where his health is.
Now, I thought, to your point though, I actually had this feeling when I was making this. I was like, Anaya Smith ain't really show you a damn thing. So, is there a chance they may practice squad him and then bring? If they do, what's the wide receiver? Who's the wide receiver that I would take? I would take Paris because I feel like Paris has had a better training camp than John Ross, even though he did get hurt on the back end. So maybe that is the situation. You never know. The Eagles are slick with it. They might put Anaya Smith on IR. You never know.
2 years later, we go get hit with a little NFL Rico talking about some violation 2 years ago.
Yo, what's this
on the IR?
Now people talking about the NFL Rico. Ever since that Jahan Dotson trade, everybody talking about the NFL Rico. Yeah,
that's what Wale tweeted that.
Don't let Wale gas y'all up, all right? Don't let Wale gas y'all. We legal over here. You know what I mean? Ain't no money laundering. You know, ain't no player laundering. Rather, you feel me? So, all right, Anaya Smith, you got him going to the practice squad. You got Paris Campbell taking that spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. I think that's reasonable. Tight end. Dallas Goedert, Greg Cacatera, EJ Jenkins. I think they want to go with 3 this year.
Yeah, agree with
that. I like it. But like who can EJ Jenkins block? I gotta look at some EJ Jenkins film because that makes a difference in his tight end room.
He a big dude. Just throw your body in front of him, man.
But as opposed to who? Because who else even been showing anything besides EJ?
That's what I'm saying. The biggest disappointment.
Option?
The biggest disappointment in that room was CJ Uzomah. I thought he would give you way more than what he did.
He's old though.
Yeah, I wasn't disappointed because he 34?
Yeah, he old. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know.
He's old,
but I know he in his 30s. But I thought at the very least he would give you some sort of veteran reliability in terms of just being able to block.
Like what was the guy we always kept around? Rodgers.
Yeah, I thought he would give you something like that. That's what I was thinking about. What's the boy name?
For some reason, I wasn't expecting nothing from CJ.
Fair enough.
I don't think he did anything the year before we got him.
No, he didn't. He didn't do anything. Going to the offensive line. Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, Cam Jurgens, Mekhi Becton, Lane Johnson. Now, this is where it gets interesting because I think they are going to keep 10 offensive linemen. I think they're going to do everything in their power to keep their guys because they know people poach the Eagles when it comes to the offensive linemen in the practice squad. I think they go with Tyler Steen. His versatility between right guard and right tackle. I think they go with Trevor Keegan. He's had a very good training camp, very good summer at left guard. They definitely keep Fred Johnson. He's been Jordan Mailata.
They love him.
They love him. He's been a backup for Mailata for the past 2 seasons, and he's okay. Darian Kennard. I think Darian Kennard made a case for himself. I like him. I like him at right tackle.
I agree.
And then Dylan McMahon, the rookie. Now, I would have chose Brett Toth, but Brett Toth has not had a good summer. He did not have a good training. He did not have a good preseason game. He did not look good at all.
Yeah, so, McMahon be out here playing all the snaps in preseason.
So that's my man for NC State.
I like him. So I think the Eagles keep 2 rookies as backups, Trevor Keegan and Dylan McMahon. So that's my offensive lineman.
So you think Tooth goes to the practice squad?
Yeah, I think he does.
Yeah,
Brett Toth is just too inconsistent, and Dylan McMahon he really impressed me these past couple preseason games, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna play tonight or play tomorrow night. So anybody y'all swap out? Anybody y'all unsure about?
No, I like that actually.
No, somebody said what happened to Hennessy. You don't see him on the roster. You know what happened. If you don't see him on the roster, then
he was a center too, right, Matt Hennessy?
Yeah,
he was a tweener. He would play guard and center. But I didn't really like what I saw in that Patriots game.
And the thing, it's really not a lot from. It's not a lot. It's not no room for him really for a tweener because Landon Dickerson is a tweener. If it came down to it, you know what I mean.
Facts. And again, like you do got versatility with these guys. Again, Tyler Steen is the guy that can play right guard and right tackle. Knowing Stoutland. He got Trevor Keegan ready to play left guard or right guard if it ever came down to it. Darian Kennard is definitely a right tackle, but he's a former, guard, if I'm not mistaken. Dylan McMahon, again, I like him. And then Mekhi Becton, right guard, right tackle. They do got versatility on that right side. So, I do like this group for the offensive linemen. So, right now, we have 26 players. Now, moving on to the defense. Now, I broke down the defense a little bit more. Because I really had to figure out who I was like. It got a little tricky, but
DT tricky
because edge outside linebacker tricky too.
Outside linebacker, that's a weird combination of just players. So you got to really break that down a little bit more. So D tackle, I think they're keeping 6 guys. I think they're going Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Milton Williams, Moro Ojomo, Thomas Booker, Marlon Tuipulotu. Now, before somebody argue about Marlon T is the only true nose tackle outside of Jordan Davis on his roster. I think that's his value right there.
I think
Marlon T, a dog.
I think like Marlon on the bubble though.
I would agree with that. He on the bubble. I would agree with that.
I think Booker ain't making it.
Really? But Booker had he had a nice game against the Patriots. He had I believe it was on the Patriots final drive or one of their final drives.
I remember.
Had the sack. Yeah. And then right after that play, blew up the interior, and then I believe
caused the fumble.
Not the fumble, but he allowed the other edge guy, the other DT, to come around and get the Terrell Lewis. So Thomas Booker got the sack on the previous play, and then he followed that up. He followed that up on 3rd down, collapsing the interior of the offensive line, and then Terrell Lewis was able to come around and get the sack. And
so I feel like
got it on the second.
So I don't know who not gonna make it. I just don't think they keeping 6 defensive tackles though.
Marlon T, because Booker been looking better than Marlon.
I would agree with that.
I don't think they keeping 6. I think Booker going to the practice squad. I think this year Brandon Graham gonna play a little D tackle too. So I think Brandon Graham gonna get some D tackle snaps. So I think they're gonna keep 6. One of them guys going to the practice squad.
Okay, so you think they keep it 5, not 6?
I think they're gonna keep 5. Okay. I think Booker is going to end up going to the practice squad because Marlon T got some good regular season tape.
He does.
He does.
He got some good regular season tape. He might have struggled in camp, but he got some good regular season tape.
He played a lot last year. Yeah, and then
It
Moral
gonna
Jomo
get
is obviously he been
sticky. It gonna get sticky.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Moral Jomo, he's been like the man in the D tackle room. Everybody been talking about him. Milton Williams. Been
Yeah,
talking
but
about
they're saying he's violent.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he could do. Let's move
I think
on to
Marlon. I think Booker and Gabe Hall going to the practice squad.
Interesting. If they do keep 6, it's going to be a battle between those two.
Right. I agree.
But if they keep 5, then Thomas
Somebody
Booker
gonna
definitely
snatch
gone.
Booker right up.
That's what I think. Moving on to the edge and the outside and the off-ball linebacker, right? So I got Josh Sweat, Bryce Huff, Brandon Graham, Nolan Smith, Jalen Hunt, Patrick Johnson. I think the Eagles really like Patrick Johnson.
Yeah.
And
I like Patrick Johnson.
I think he makes his roster. I think he does.
I like that list.
Yeah, that's solid. That's as solid as it get.
Okay. Now, middle linebacker. I think this is a given as well.
A given. Where Ben?
The reason I say given is because
practice squad for Ben.
Who?
Oh, because you
Ben
had that
Summer.
extra offensive lineman. I had
Ben Vissumer. Yeah. So I got Ben Vissumer making the practice squad, but I think Devin White, Zach Ball, Nicole Dean, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. I think they like those guys. And the base formation for the Eagles is 3-4. So they're gonna have two interior linebackers.
I had one less lineman, I think, and then I had 5 linebackers. I had Ben Van Summerman on the roster, and I think I had one less offensive lineman. So that's okay. Why that's different.
Got it. Now the D backs.
You know how sticky it gets.
Right,
Darius Slay,
sticky.
Quinyon Mitchell, Isaiah Rodgers, Keely Ringo, Cooper DeJean, CJ Reed Blankenship, Avonte Maddox. What's your thoughts on that?
Who's outside? Who do we leave out?
Tristan McCullum. I had Tristan McCullum on, and I think I had Maddox.
No, I don't know. I think that interception.
That
keep Maddox around.
Yeah.
That interception was huge. Yes,
it was huge.
And we know,
and he did it from like a safety alignment, which is even huger.
Exactly.
We know, there's no question about what we know. Maddox is one of them. Like, we know Maddox makes plays. We know he's one of them ones when he's healthy. It's just the durability. That's just the biggest thing.
He could play. He's smart. He could play.
We know he can play. We know he's smart. He one of the best slots when he available. I think the biggest issue though is he gonna be available? Because we see
grind time is right. I forgot about Eli. I forgot about Eli Ricks.
We can't keep that. Where's Eli? Whose spot is
practice squad? Practice squad for Eli Ricks. Kadeem Stearns going to the practice squad.
Yeah,
I would like to keep Ricks. We all would like to keep Ricks. Who we gonna kick out?
Here's the thing, right? To your point, Simone, like you said earlier, like you had 9 offensive linemen. I had 10. So people got to understand when you add and take away from these different position groups, it makes it harder to fill out the roster in other places, right? So again, like I started on offense, and if I probably started on the defensive side, I probably would have got Eli Ricks on that roster. But I started from the offensive side, and again, it's not easy and it's difficult because you could really come up with many reasons why to keep a lot of players on this roster, right?
Oh, hold on, somebody else made a good point. Sidney Brown not on here.
Pupless, he's cool. Pup list.
Sidney Brown on the
don't count towards the roster. He on the pup list.
So what's gonna happen? So what's gonna happen when it's time to elevate him? Who you gonna move off?
I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna look at one of them running backs. I think they're gonna look at either one of them running backs or look at one of them D tackles.
They're gonna look at one of them running backs
if they keep 6, or they're gonna look at one of the it's either gonna be one of the could it be one of the offensive linemen?
Yeah.
So he not so you don't think he coming back to week 4, Sidney Brown?
So the pup list keeps you off the grass for 4 weeks straight. So that's automatic.
Right.
And then we got the week 5 bye week. So we're not gonna see Sidney Brown until week 6 if he even touches grass. That's when he'll be activated. But I think he does get elevated to the roster. And to your point, that's a good question. I don't know who to take off this roster.
But that's one of them situations where we'll know by week 5. Somebody's gonna be underperforming it could be any one of these positions where somebody could be underperforming and Sidney gonna take that spot.
Or I hate to say it, the decision could be easy. Somebody might end up getting hurt.
Yeah, one of those
know what I
two
mean?
things.
Yeah.
That's a
But
very good point.
I do think, since we're talking about Eli Ricks and where's Eli Ricks, I do think we probably starting out the season are going to keep that 10th offensive lineman because we've had so many injuries on the offensive line during camp and all that. It makes sense to keep the extra. We have a plethora of DBs that's good. We got too many good DBs in a good way. So I think that we're going to go that one less DB or that one less defensive position and add that extra offensive lineman.
And
But
another
Right.
thing,
And also another thing that's keeping Avonte Maddox safe is the Sidney Brown situation. And to add to it, he's making plays. So
yeah. And another thing is another reason why I only kept, I kept 9 DBs. Some of these guys are multiple, right? Like Avonte Maddox, multiple. Could play the slot, could also play safety if you need him to. Cooper DeJean can play the slot, can play outside. I think Cooper can also play a little safety if you really came down to it. And then CJ he's a safety, but we know he's a former nickel, so CJ can give you nickel play and safety play. Quinyon Mitchell, multiple, can give you outside corner play and slot play. So we got about 4. We got about 4 DBs that I think is going to makes the roster. That's multiple. Avonte Maddox, CJ Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell. That's not a bad room. In my opinion. I think that room is quality and not quantity.
I think so too.
I'm laughing because my mom was just in the background and she talking about something y'all said that last year. She's such a hater, bro.
No. Listen, man, my girl was a hater, man. My girl bought all my Eagles gear for real. You know what I mean? She was on Fanatics. Oh, that look nice, cool. Appreciate it. You know, I get to throw my shit on. You know what I'm saying? Right. Bro, she be like, I ain't buying no more stuff because y'all started hot last year. Then y'all was just bad. You had to make them videos. I'm like, hey man,
she said you had to make them videos.
Right, man. Just get the gear, man.
Oh my God. See, my wife, she was in the trenches with me, man, last year when that stuff went down, man. She saw me sweat. And then it got to a point where I just stopped getting emotional. That's what I knew. But that's what I knew it was bad. I stopped reacting.
You just like, well, we trash. These coaches got to go.
Is she an Eagles fan, Tom?
She or whatever fan I am. That's what she rolling with.
See, it's hard for me because my boyfriend a Falcons fan. So since we've been dating, I've been the riches. You know what I'm saying? I've known nothing but riches. He knows nothing but poverty. Like on Sunday, I'm trying to be modest, not trying to pop my stuff because we winning, they losing. Now that gap is getting close. I don't like the fact he could pop his. I don't like it. I don't like.
Hey, that gap ain't getting close. Hey, we got to see it on the field. We got to see it on the field.
Way closer than it was. Like I don't like the fact that I don't like that.
I think I ain't gonna lie. I think they're gonna run away with that division, though.
They are. They are.
Yeah, they're gonna run away with that.
But what cannot happen is us losing to the Falcons week 2. Absolutely.
Nah,
not.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be. Wait, is that a home game or an away game?
It's in.
That's home. They coming to the Linc.
We winning that game. Come on, we winning that game.
We about to smoke. Kurt, we got 26 super chats. It was just at 15.
Oh, appreciate all the super
Listen,
chats.
We're gonna get to all of them. We love y'all.
Yeah, shout out to y'all.
Get to all of them. Hey, listen, LB, most of them yours though.
I don't know who they belong to.
He know they his.
I wouldn't either. As long as that check clear.
I don't know who they belong to.
But
we might as well go to the top. Go start from the top.
Yeah, let's do it.
It might be a little better for y'all that y'all see is not invested. You know what I'm saying?
No, it is.
No, she an Eagles fan.
Yeah,
but
she
now.
My wife from Atlanta though.
Now,
she's from Atlanta.
Right. I'm talking about like a die hard Ben.
Oh, no, she ain't a die hard. No. But she's from Atlanta, but she moved to Philly when she was younger. So she an Eagles fan by proxy, you know what I mean?
Right.
So she wear the gear and all that kind of stuff. So she definitely show love and she get excited for sure. But yeah, she's like it's different for me though. Like I get. See, I can't how people do the play-by-plays on YouTube, like Philly Mike and all them. I can't do that. I can't do that.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. I don't even be sitting down. I'd be like in front of my TV, like my main TV, the one I'm like joint over the fireplace. I just be standing there like
I'm like this. I'm like.
Yeah, I'm too.
I'd be like, babe, please. Some ice.
Please, some ice.
It's going down over here.
Get this man some milk.
Right.
All right, y'all. Let's get to these super chats.
We about to get to y'all chats. Don't be mad,
Listen,
y'all.
We got y'all. Listen, y'all.
Somebody, Fat Mac said, "Love y'all, but y'all need to involve." I guess them more, y'all. It'd be a lot.
Involve who more?
We would just be responding to chats all day.
You guys, with all due respect, it's over 700 of y'all in here. So we doing our very best. We trying to give y'all a cohesive show. You know, so if again, this is a new product that we're establishing here. So
this
look at
show two.
Only show two.
This three. This three. This ain't three.
Well,
the official.
It's officially two.
Okay.
I had y'all as guests on. I had y'all as guests on that on the test show. Let's put it that way. On the test front.
Hey, I'm counting the pilot. That's just three.
The pilot.
I'm counting the pilot.
I like that. Patient zero. I like that. It's the pilot.
Right.
All right. So let's get to these super chats, y'all. And again, we really appreciate y'all for investing.
We right after Casper the Barbarian.
Right at the Casper. Yeah. Let me see. Here it is. Casper.
Oh yeah, we gonna get to the chats though.
Okay.
But y'all know when the conversation flowing, it'd be hard to jump into the chats when the conversation.
No, you got to go up. You gotta go up, son.
Wait, right here?
After Casper first joint. Yeah, yeah, right there. This is where we at. Yeah.
All right. Bird Gang 336 with the $4.99 super chat. He says, "Bro, we had Ty Pinkston, James Thrash, and Freddie Mitchell. We've been through the struggles."
What about when we just thought
they was solid though?
Fulgham was our hero. Like we was Travis Fulgham, JJ, and Rager. Like we just recently got out the trenches.
Travis Fulgham finessed me, yo. I bought that nigga jersey. He finessed
Jalen Rager, man. That was terrible. That was terrible. How we losing sleep over that?
I would be.
How was it? Because you're gonna have Justin Jefferson and AJ Brown.
But then you
but listen, I'm cool with Smitty and AJ, regardless. It worked out how it worked out.
Exactly.
I'm cool regardless.
Hey, listen, man. Sometimes when you crack the egg, you get a little shells in there. You know what I mean? So you can't got you the good with the bad.
He learned from that.
He definitely learned.
He learned his ass off. Didn't that man became a scholar? He learned for sure. All right, let's go to my man Mike Jenk with the $1.99 super chat. He says, "Who would you keep, Anias or Paris?" No way, both stay. No way, both stay. So I think we kind of addressed this, right, LB?
Yeah. I would definitely. Anias got to go to the practice squad. He got to develop, man.
He
we got too much depth at wide receiver now with the addition of Dotson to even keep him around, holding up a spot.
I dig that.
I ain't saying cut him, just let him keep developing.
Yeah, it's just the Eagles. They're so funny about their draft picks, right? When they draft you, they really want to keep you on the roster.
I hate that for us too.
Yeah, I do too. I want the best people playing. I don't care if I draft you in the 7th, if you undrafted, if you playing well, you playing well. Get them out there. But on my prediction, I got him making the roster. But like to LB's point, if they end up moving him to the practice squad for Paris Campbell, then I would roll with that. I guess I just get a little wary about, do you think he would survive the practice squad? Somebody wouldn't poach him, or do you think he's been that lackluster? Yeah, I was about to say that's what I was about to ask you. Do you think he's been that lackluster to the point where nobody's going to really take a chance?
Oh yeah, because you got to clear waivers, right?
When you going to you got to clear waivers first, and then you fill out your practice squad. So that's what.
They ain't gonna even jinx it. They ain't gonna jinx it then,
right?
Because he's getting poached. They ain't gonna jinx it.
It's more likely Paris Campbell and John Ross make it do waivers,
right?
Than him. You know what I'm saying? So,
but this the thing though. I think John Ross will find a home too, though.
Yeah, John.
Regardless, I think John Ross will find a home.
I think Paris Campbell is the most likely to clear the waivers.
Dollar's gonna be looking to see where crumbs fall through our practice squad. We so deep. They're gonna be looking.
They're gonna be out there like the bed. Can we get a little crumb?
Right. They're gonna be out there with their cup.
We got
some of them practice squad players for us.
Can I get a little practice squad?
You got some of the practice squad players.
You know what's so crazy? One of these Cowboys fans yesterday tried to really go back and forth with me about Jahan Dotson saying he ain't Jalen Tolbert. I'm like, hold on, time's out. You mean Jalen Tolbert, the boy that was drafted in the same draft class as Jahan Dotson and hasn't even put up 200 yards in a single season yet? That Jalen Tolbert, is that who you talking about?
They'll say anything.
You know what I mean?
This the one. This the one right here. This the one. This one he had the number 2 jersey. I had this for a minute. This the one right here. This one all the yak going in this one this year, y'all. Every win.
Oh man, Hey, listen, all I know is that camera tough, man. Every time you put something close, that depth of field kick in. I like that.
Right, that is
This
a nice.
is the Super Bowl one.
Oh, that's
Little B dog.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You know
So
what? I'm
you-
gonna get us some. Huh? Somebody painted on that.
Oh, that's fire. You
Oh,
gonna
let's
be
get
at
somebody
the Falcons game for sure?
Yeah, for sure.
I think
I'm out
last
there.
time we talked, you said I don't think you said that game.
I said Ravens. Ravens too.
I know, but I don't think you said Falcons the first time when we was talking about the games.
Oh yeah. I had to look at my schedule. I think that's a Monday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out there.
All right, we got to set something up, maybe like a pregame
Mhm.
or something.
I ain't gonna even go to work. I'm gonna be out there like 1 o'clock.
He's not even going to work.
2 o'clock.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie. I'll be out there like 2 o'clock.
Oh man. So we got my man Shep with the $10 super chat. He said, "What up, fam? We're on our way. Fly Eagles fly." You already
Yes,
know.
sir.
That's my guy, man. Shout out to Shep. Really appreciate you, big dog. All right, let's go. My man Casper. He says Miami can't play in cold weather though. It's a fact.
Facts.
Right.
It's a fact.
Tua can't.
That's why I roll with my guys. AJ
Right.
Brown. That's a Buffalo out there. You feel what I'm saying?
The
Mhm.
Buffalo.
Devontae Smith. Kangaroo Jack. Stop playing with him.
Right.
Like,
Right.
So that's why I roll with my crew because they in any condition, rain, sleet, or snow, the Eagles
They
trying to
solid.
go. Come on.
They
Like,
and you know what they do, y'all? Once we start reading the supers, they start sending more.
oh yeah,
Yeah, because they know what time it is.
right. We're gonna get to them though.
We
But
gonna
yeah,
get
y'all.
all this.
But yeah, y'all, that's gonna be the format of the show. We're gonna get through our talking points, and then to close out the show, we're gonna get to every single super chat to show love to everybody. We got y'all. Trust us on that.
Mhm.
Dang, this show went by fast.
Love, the last
Right.
one was an hour and a half. We getting close to that. It's an hour and 17 so far. So Quentin Campbell with the $9.99 super chat. He says the offense's identity Super Bowl season was RPOs. With this offense, there should be only one or two Beverly shots for TDs. Yeah, we
read that one, but ain't nothing wrong reading it twice. I agree.
Yeah, for sure.
The
Right.
red zone should be solid.
Yeah,
Right.
I forgot who said it. Somebody said Saquon Barkley may lead his team in touchdowns just because of how they may use him in the red zone.
Wouldn't be surprised.
In the passing game, the screen, like they say it's a chance he may lead his team in touchdown. It's a possibility. Thank you, Quentin. We appreciate you.
Appreciate
All right.
super chat, Quentin.
B Mills X21. He says
B Mills is back.
He said preach, broski.
B
He said-
Mills. I
I'm sorry,
guess
go
he
ahead.
forgave us because remember last time wasn't it B Mills who?
Was it B Mills?
Remember, I think it was B Mills who we was going back and forth with a little bit. We was. Just
I don't think
joking.
so. I don't think.
I don't know if it was B Mills.
so.
I think it was somebody else. I think it was somebody else.
But
wasn't B
appreciate the
Mills.
super chat, B Mills.
Right. I think
B
B Mills talking about we were saying we tired of the narrative that he can't throw.
Yes.
Shout out
yes.
to
No,
B
I'm
Mills.
talking about last stream. Remember last stream?
I remember what you're talking about. It wasn't him. I
Yeah,
don't think
it wasn't him. Okay.
Mm-mm. No, it wasn't him.
Lil Brunson don't know what he's talking about. He got that Brown kicking in.
That Brown.
Oh man. Shout out
I'm about
to
to
my
get
man,
some
B
more as soon
Mills.
as we done.
And it's Friday. I ain't mad at you playing.
Right on this
Right.
Madden.
You dropped the kids off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They-
that's
Hey,
why.
they gone. They gone, bro. They gone.
Showing his ass.
Oh, we
Profit one time with
Profit.
the $10
What
super
up
chat.
though?
Profit
said-
with he feeling himself in that pig.
I ain't mad at it.
What
Man.
up with
I ain't
the
mad at
10
it.
bones?
Feel
He said the
yourself
better
up.
question is when will we get the ball between all the weapons and Jalen's escapability? I believe Dallas is going to let Dak go and trade up for Sanders and make Dion head coach.
That's
It could happen.
in that conspiracy. Like I see like Tank for Shador. I keep seeing. I don't think Dion gonna be a head coach in the NFL though.
Yeah, listen, that college money too
Now
good.
I could see the Tank for Shador, but Dion head coaching and the
Dion ain't
Falcons-
gonna want to deal with Jerry.
yeah,
Right.
nah.
Right. Yeah, he'll probably come there after Jerry, but
Yeah, Dion ain't want to deal with Jerry.
yeah, I wouldn't even want to deal with Jerry. Shout out to my man Profit Time, man. Thank you for the super chat, my guy. But to your point though, as far as the better question, when will we get the ball between all the weapons and Jalen's capability? I don't think that's gonna be a problem. I think Kellen Moore is gonna make sure this offense is orchestrated like a well-oiled machine. On top of that, Jalen Hurts is gonna be able to distribute the wealth.
Jalen Hurts is the
And-
perfect quarterback for this situation, bro.
He has no
Because he
ego.
going whoever eating, he just gonna sit on the sideline, wait to get the ball back.
And it's a clear, and like I said, it's a clear pecking order, right? AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson. I think this team understands that there's a larger goal.
This
in play. Everybody got their money too. They all got their money too, bro. They
Right.
ain't tripping.
I think now it's just time to win championship. I can see AJ Brown having just like 1,180 yards, something like that. I can see Smitty getting 1,000. I can see AJ dialing it back because you got more mouths to feed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think AJ going for another 1,400.
I wouldn't be, to your point, I wouldn't be surprised if he had like a 1,200 year, eight touchdowns, something like that. Smitty have a 1,100 year, or maybe Smitty had a one. Maybe Smitty may be the one with the big year, right? He may have a 1,300, 1,400 year.
Listen, man, y'all got to keep in mind, man. Saquon could catch too. Jalen been hitting him on them wheel routes, bro.
I know.
I think Saquon might have a career year in receiving yards, bro. That's how dangerous this offense could be.
And Will can catch too.
Yeah,
right.
Yo, you know who been having a good off season, low key, and I kind of been trying to be measured about it. Kenny Gainwell. Yeah, they've been talking him up crazy. I've been hearing people just say, "No, Kenny really."
He been running tough.
Players, they've been saying, "No, Kenny got a different vibe about him now." And,
we got to see it. We got to see it against the one.
We just got to see it, and there's also less pressure on him because you got Saquon in the building, so he'll be all right.
Yeah. Right.
He should be okay. Let's move on to my man Drew Johnson, who's been a member for 40 months. Drew Johnson, what up? He said blitz and they will get cooked man to man. Saquon and Jalen in the backfield, fire.
Period.
He ain't lying.
Right. F around and find out. Shout out to my man Drew Johnson. We appreciate you. Hey, Simone, you want to read this one?
The Yale Nation podcast, number one weapon Eagles need to deploy is time of possession. A fresh defense makes for a better defense. No, agree 1,000%. Yes. There should be no confusion with us not running the ball, time management, clock management, all of that. I feel like,
I think the goal for this team is to get in 3rd and 2 or less. Keep them chains moving.
Yeah,
being in 3rd and long too many times in the game is inexcusable, in my opinion.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more. And then I think another thing that's going to be really important this year is starting field position. Right, too often the offense was starting at their own 20, at their own 15, at their own 10. Drive after drive after drive, and they were forced to go the whole length of the field. This defense. The goal for the offense is to try to dominate time of possession, but also when that defense is on the field, they're going to have to do a better job getting off the field, creating turnovers, getting 3 and outs, trying to, preventing the other team from crossing the 50 as much as they can. I don't, and with this defense, taking it a step further, if they can just be top half of the league, if they can just be ranked 13th, 14th, because doing the math, 14 teams make the playoffs, 7 from each conference. If they could be a top 7 defense in a conference, if they could be a top 14 defense in the NFL, I think you can do something with that.
I agree.
So let's move on to War
V. That's what I call it, man.
War V.
With the addition of Dotson, I think Kellen is going to have to scale back a little bit from those 2 tight end sets he likes using. I hope that's not the case, but likely.
I got this feeling about EJ Jenkins, yo. I like that.
That's what I'm saying. I hope that's not the case. But listen, you got to give one of them tight ends opportunity, bro. You got to give him an opportunity. So we'll see.
All right, moving on. Thank you again, War V, with the $4.99 super chat. My man B Moore, OG Triple OG.
He all about business.
This my man. Shout out to my man B Moore, the dream team. No cap. LB stirring the pot with facts. Are you rapping, B Moore? Okay. How are you on point? You saw Wilson blocking, didn't you? Don't be surprised when you see him out there. Hey,
facts. At tight end, I agree with that. And that's the thing. I'm glad you said that, B Moore. Hey, man, when I stir the pot, the spoon is called facts. I don't lie.
I like that.
That's all I'm saying.
Shout out to my man B Moore, man. We really appreciate you,
B Moore.
Yeah.
B Moore always show a lot of love. My man,
I shine. My guy with the dub.
Big money.
That's my man.
I feel after Tuesday, we're going to end up the best depth on defense, and defense once players get cut from other teams. Okay. Oh, best depth on offense. A defense once. Oh, you think we're going to add to the defense once players get cut? We're going to see.
Okay. Yeah, and also, again, don't be surprised if, to your point about that tight end 2-3 situation, right? Don't be surprised if some guys fall through the cracks and the Eagles pick up somebody as another tight end. Don't be surprised.
Right,
that may be an option too. Because the tight end position, I feel like the tight end position has more C plus B minus guys than A level tight ends. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the A level
Right.
tight ends is a very small list. I feel like there's more B level, C level guys, and that's all you really need that tight end to.
I think
All
so.
right. Moving on. Thank you again, Asha, with the
Appreciate you,
1999 super chat, big dog. Cutting the check. I love it. My man Donnell Shipley with the $10 super chat. I would rather play competition than not. I want to see how we line up against playoff teams. So I like how Green Bay and ATL are good. Let's see how we match up. That's my mindset. Good on
I like
good.
it.
I don't want to play nobody.
I like it.
I want to walk
Good
right
on good. I want to be ready when the playoffs come. I want to be ready.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to tiptoe to this number 1 seed.
Right. Give me that easy schedule. I don't want to play nobody. I want to play the Panthers 17 times.
Hey, I'm trying to tiptoe to the number 1 seed.
That Super Bowl ring, the same ring, no matter who the schedule was. You don't get an extra ring because you play harder teams.
True.
That's a fact.
I do want to make sure that they just ready though. Like they
and that's why I want to play like the Panthers would have been a perfect
perfect tune up. Perfect tune up, huh?
Yeah, we need to tune up.
Shout out to my man Shipley.
We just go out there and look explosive against somebody so everybody can be scared next week.
Because we actually got to be on point against the Packers, and we got to be on. Like we started last season with the Patriots. Like we was able to slip up and make mistakes because it was the Patriots. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can't be on no drama.
I get it.
But appreciate the Super Chat Eagles Playbook Podcast. Okay, got the Kelly
Shout out to
Green
my man. It's my
got
guy.
the AK jersey on, feeling it. $4.99. I'm worried about our defensive line. Oh, here y'all go. I wasn't high on Nolan coming out the draft. LB, bro, I can't send. Oh, we got this. I can't send Super Chat on your channel. I don't know why. Appreciate the
bro.
Super Chat,
I ain't get you out of here too, bro. I ain't send you to the Essence, did I? I gotta get you. I'm gonna fix it, bro. I'm gonna fix it
because he said he don't know why.
Oh, you don't know why? Okay, I gotta look up the kinks, man. I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna get on there, man.
Yeah, that is weird.
I'm not worried about the D line though. Everybody gonna do it.
You know what? I ain't even talk about Nolan. I've been getting a lot of heat, y'all, the last week. How I feel about Nolan.
I'm with you though.
A lot of heat.
I'm with you though. Listen.
Word. Because this is the thing. Because I be calling Mozzie a bus. You know what I mean? Mozzie was in the first round too. Hey man, Nolan got to tighten up. I'm gonna just leave it at that. He got to tighten up. I don't care if it's only a second year. I'm not trying to hear that. Do you see the rest of the world taking it easy on Jahan Dotson? First round pick is only his second year, and I think he was productive. I think he's been productive in his first and second year, honestly. Nolan got to show me something, bro.
I'm with you on that.
I'm gonna leave it at that. Because when he don't be mad at me how I carry it. I'm gonna keep it a bean.
Well, guess what? You can leave it at that. I'm gonna say there's one last thing about him. My mindset is this, right? Those 2 sacks you got in the preseason games. Let's call a spade. They was gifts. The first one, you came off the line untouched. The left tackle, third stringer, didn't even see you coming. Then the second sack, you ran into a chip. But the chip knocked you into the path for the quarterback. All you had to do is finish. So I give him credit for finishing because there's guys that get there and can't finish. I give him credit for finishing. But I need to see him beat somebody with a legit move. I need that Tai Chi to come and, you know what I mean?
We need something.
I need kung fu.
We need something, man. Because right now he getting blocked too easy. Maybe when Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter are next to him, creating a more push in the interior, then he's able to find some type of wraparound or something like that. But I thought that in this defense, Nolan Smith was going to be used as an off the ball linebacker more, blitzing the gap, helping out and running protection. But we'll see.
We'll see. Maybe he holding back the moves. You never know. We'll see, man.
Right.
Tall Rob with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, brother. He says, I wish we would have kept Swift behind Barkley. Offense would be more dangerous with the Dotson pickup. Well, here's the thing about Swift, right? I'll go first with that. Swift deserved to get paid. He had his career. He had a career year. He was his healthiest. I'm not mad at Swift not being here. He deserved the contract he got. He got a 3-year, $24 million deal with an $8 million salary. I think he got about maybe 16 million, or maybe half of the contract is guaranteed. So I'm not mad at Swift going to Chicago. He deserved to get what he got, man. He deserved to get that money.
Yeah, there was no way we was gonna get Swift and Barkley. So
no way.
And Swift probably didn't want to come back anyway with the way we was with all the drama we had going on.
I think if they offered him, he would have stayed. If he's from Philly, I think he would have stayed if they offered him.
Yeah, but also we was a dumpster fire last year, and it was a big question with the coaching and all of that. Like I feel, and then we wasn't even using Swift as much as we could have. So I just feel like that has to be taken into account too. Like with him making a decision. But yeah, I mean, we can't keep everybody, and we got Saquon. So I mean, and I love Swift too. Like in a perfect world, I love Swift. Agent 0, first Philly Eagle to wear number 0. Like jumping over fold, juking like, but she can't.
They really didn't use him right, man. It was crazy.
The thing, this the thing, man. Good riddance. We got Saquon Barkley.
That Brown,
respectfully,
that Brown,
respectfully.
That Brown.
Hey, it's Saquon, bro.
We gotta clip that. That's
he said.
Hey, it's Saquon. It's Saquon. It's Saquon. It's Saquon. You know what I'm saying?
Funny.
Hey,
I
got respect for you. But if it was anybody else other than Saquon, I'd be like, yo, we should have kept Swift. It's Saquon, bro.
I gotta clip that off.
That is funny, man.
Clip it and send it to me. It's the truth.
Good riddance. That's it.
Be Moral with another super chat. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate you. He says Nick Sirianni was in love with mediocrity. Remember this? I gotta click that link when I get a chance. But
yeah, I'm gonna click it.
He said I still ain't over this Buns route runner. Now we could probably guess, right?
It was Quez.
Jay, I think
right. It was Quez.
Jalen Reagor, like you know what I'm saying. Jalen Reagor was the biggest gag, man. He convinced the hell out of us in the training camps, didn't he?
And he still who he mossed at training camp this year.
Oh,
he a training camp all pro. He all pro training
Ringo.
camp.
It was Ringo. He beat Ringo. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Shout out to my man B More. Fat Mac Philly
with the 499.
Oh,
he said new to the
about me.
He said
to the channel. He's already subscribed to Tone and LB. So appreciate you joining the channel, Fat Mac. He lives in ATL too. All right, you be pulling up to the Eagles bar. I'm banking on Vic to be the key week 1 versus the Packers to be exotic versus Love. All right, I hear you. But yeah, I'll probably see you before at the Eagles bar if you be out there.
And look, speaking of Love, the last thing on him, he ain't sneaking up on nobody no more. You know what I mean? The tape is out there now, so we're gonna see if he really bought it. All right, thank you again, Fat Mac, with the $4.99 super chat. Screaming Jerry Lee, that's a funny name, with the $2 super chat. He said, "I think tight end and wide receiver deal is a pay matter difference."
Maybe.
I don't remember what that was about.
I'm trying to remember the context.
Probably when we were like, what was a bigger concern, wide receiver or tight end?
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Screaming Jerry Lee, though. We appreciate you with the super chat, dog. Thank you so much. King DV Sports with the $1.99 super chat. He said I'm making Gabe Hall I'm making Gabe
I guess
Hall
he said I'm thinking Gabe Hall ain't have a good camp.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, I heard
nothing from him.
Like I heard that he was
I haven't heard nothing from him.
Okay. But nothing that worth talking about. Thomas Booker the one that showed me something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Shout out to King DV Sports though. With
appreciate super chat.
Appreciate you, big dog. Casper the Barbarian back again with the white vans. He says the cocaine is potent in Dallas. You mean the
potent? Blue magic.
Right.
They got that blue magic.
They on that Walter White. You feel me?
Right.
They tripping over there, Casper.
Stay away from drugs.
Hey, Casper, they on that friendly ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Cody, my man Cody with the $2 super. He said, "Tone the fucking man." Shout out to
that's
Cody,
what's up,
God, man. Appreciate you, bro. Cody showed me a lot of love, man. Cody,
appreciate you, Cody.
I think one day Cody dropped like a 50 ball on the super chat. I was like, okay, Cody. So shout out to my man.
Y'all got money for real.
No, for real.
Sydney family, Jomo and Hunt, the new 6'7" tackle was solid. MCK something, mock something, mean something. I don't know.
Is he talking about Jomo and Hunt? He's talking about who we got undrafted free agent, the African dude.
Oh wait, he's talking about
I think he's trying to say somebody's name.
He's talking about defensive tackle.
I think so. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know, City family. You got to pay more money to say more words. It's like, no. But City family, we really do appreciate you, big dog. We really
definitely appreciate you.
Holding it down, paying with the Australian money. We appreciate you, dog, for real. Jomo and Hunt. Yeah, they're gonna be good, man.
Yeah, I think he talking about the African dude. Aneem Dankwa.
Oh, Aneem Dankwa.
If he's talking about an offensive tackle, but yeah, he's giving practice squad.
Yeah,
Because he was about 6'7". He was about 6'6".
Yeah, I think the Eagles hire him because he hasn't really played in too many preseason games. I think they look at him as a project and they trying to hire him. Don't be surprised if you see a name Dankwa on IR or something.
The last super chat is wild. Freddie Lemus, thank you for the super chat. He said, can they add someone and hide Lovato like before?
We know how he gonna work. Whatever strings he can pull.
You know what we're gonna do? He gonna cut somebody and give him a under the table contract and say, "Listen, I got you. Don't move. All right. Don't. Sell
I don't think how he done. To be honest, I don't think he done.
I don't think he done either.
My guy Anthony Krobach.
That's my guy. Shout out to my man Anthony Krobach. It's my man. $4.99 super chat. Simone, you want to read this one?
He said, "My girl, no, to just let me rock on game day. Be stressful sometimes. Keep doing your thing. Appreciate you."
Sure,
that's a fact. Sure. It definitely get real.
Yo, my wife gets out crazy. She get out the way. I love it. She get out the way and she asks questions when it's necessary. I love it. Shout out to my man Anthony Krobach once again. Jay the Legend was good.
I think only keeping 3 running backs. I can see that. We gotta see how it pan. I can see 3 or 4.
To your point, Jay, now that you got Saquon, it's not far-fetched for them to only keep 3. It's not far-fetched at all because last year, I think they kept 4 because they all did different things that they wanted them to do. Like Swift obviously was more dynamic, but Kenny G was the better pass blocker. And then Boston Scott, not really that dynamic, but a decent, better pass blocker than Rashad Penny. Then Penny didn't really give us anything. So, I mean, now you got a guy that can do all 3. And now at that point, Kenny Gainwell, Will Shipley, that's a luxury. And then you add the 4th guy, that's an even bigger luxury. So I just think that the running back room is too deep for them to let just Lou Nichols, Kendall Milton, Terry Davis. I think they can't afford to let all 3 of them just hit waivers. I think they got to keep one of them at least.
Right.
And one of them, and I think they all power backs too. So you got to have at least one of those dudes on. You got to have at least one of those dudes on the roster, in my opinion. Shout out to Jay though. We really do appreciate you, big dog.
Appreciate you, Jay.
Thomas Brown with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, my man.
Appreciate you.
He said, "I'm gonna let the money talk." He said, "I'm gonna let the money."
He said, "I'm gonna let the money talk." Jonathan
Cook. Appreciate you, Brody.
Jonathan said, "I'm gonna let that money talk for me."
Hey, listen. He said, "You know how sticky it gets."
Chris Bruce. He said, "New wide receiver trio and linked up trio. We good this year. You already know."
Appreciate you, Chris Bruce.
Hey, listen, man. What they said? What we said? We said the Eagles got the best wide receiver trio in the league. Listen, I don't mean no harm. This may be the best trio in all content creation, man.
This is a solid trio. It ain't too many trios.
Ain't too many. Ain't too many that work. You know, ain't too many that got this chemistry. You know what I mean?
Jonathan Cook. Who that? The next one.
Cook. He says, "Would you rather go edge?"
Oh, that's him again. Okay.
Yeah, it's him again. He gave us a sticker before. He says, "Would you rather go edge or linebacker via trade or free agent sign?"
I'm on edge, bro.
Go edge.
At this point, edge, yeah, because the linebacker stepped up. Like Dean stepped up. We getting some stuff from him. Like,
yeah, really go edge.
And also,
I'm cool. I'm cool with going into this with these linebackers.
Me
I ain't gonna lie.
Believe it or not, me too.
I'm cool.
You know. I got a hot take for y'all that I didn't say. I got this weird feeling Jalen Hunt gonna end up getting more snaps than Nolan and not playing them.
Is that a hot take?
I don't think it's a hot take. I think Jalen Hunt might be better than him already.
It may be hot to somebody because Jalen's the school, the round he came in. We got
him in the 3rd round. We got Nakobe Dean in what, 4th?
Third.
So I'm saying we got them in the same round. So it's not like draft value wise we spent more capital. Like as far as looking to the draft, he said
Jalen Hunt and Nolan Smith.
Nolan.
I'm thinking he said Nakobe Dean. No,
Nolan. Oh. I think I got this weird feeling because when you just look at it, I feel like Jalen's just the profile.
Jalen is a former safety.
Yeah.
So he's better. He's better in coverage. And he knows his way around that line a little better too in terms of getting pressure.
Yeah.
If we're just looking at what we've seen, Jalen has looked better than Nolan. So
Jalen is better than Nolan.
So I don't get why that's not a hot take to me.
It's
Now
hot to
it sucks
somebody.
for Nolan.
It's hot to
It's
somebody.
you know what's hot too. It's hot to that front office because that front office is gonna have to justify that pick. They're gonna play Nolan more coming out the gate
They're gonna try
when they know that's the wrong move.
They're gonna have to. Speaking
I
of that,
think that's a good prediction. Is it a bad look for Nolan? Yeah, but it's a spot on. I think that's a good
We trying to win, so Nolan got to deal with that.
When you saying something out of left field, like I feel like a hot take is something that don't really have justification behind it, or you don't got facts behind it. Like that's what I think when I think hot take. I feel like hot take is like, oh, Kenny Gainwell gonna outplay Saquon, just like a hot ass take.
That's scorching. That's like,
you know what I'm saying?
That's
foolish.
That's a house fire.
What we've seen has shown that Nolan is on the bus watch.
Right.
Yeah, he is.
It's crazy. Scale Blazers.
That light is on. The light is on.
Shout out to
check
Jonathan
engine
Cook, by the
light.
way.
He said good.
He said here's $4.99. Good riddance.
Nolan Smith 5 sacks. Is that what
shout
you
out to
said?
my man Scale Blazers, man. We really appreciate you. That was a good callback.
That was a good one. Appreciate you, Scale Blazers.
For sure.
Fat Mac, he asking where that bar at.
What up, Fat Mac? Oh, Midtown, Atlanta. What's it called? Rocky Mount in Midtown.
Okay.
See, Simone be around.
See, y'all be hating on ATL, but then y'all be wanting my ATLT. Because somebody said earlier, why you in Atlanta?
I love Atlanta. Every time
somebody said that earlier in the chat.
I love Atlanta.
What was it? Shaq B93 with the 4 bones?
He says Nick ass gotta go if things don't go right this season.
Oh, absolutely.
Somebody gonna go. It ain't gonna be.
You know what? I ain't even talking about that at this point because that's a given.
That's a given, right? That ain't a hot
that's
take.
A given.
Oh man.
All right, y'all. Watch.
Shout out to Shaq, man.
I'm just telling y'all right now. People are already looking at me a little funny about the thing I said last year. Dudes not want to tackle. All right, let Nick don't get it right. Ain't nobody safe. Ain't nobody safe if it don't go at least to an NFC Championship game.
Yeah,
man. And it depends on how they look in that game too. So
right.
JJ with the $5 super chat. He says, "Are y'all worried about the egos that are going to get in the way if someone not getting no? I'm not worried about it.
No,
I'm not worried about
it. If a rough patch occurs, it could be an issue. I'll say that it could be an issue because we had the same dysfunctionalities when we was 10-1. That rough patch happened, then it started getting a little funny. It did start getting a little funny.
I don't think that rough patch was because of offensive touches. Like we've seen and it's shown that the 2 stars that we had, AJ, Devontae, and Dallas has never shown any vibes of like ego or jealousy. We've never seen any of that. Like we had our rough patch, but I don't think it had anything to do with egos. We hear them going on and on about each other, even in those like when Devontae's like, "Oh, let me catch this because I know if I'm not catching the ball, Jalen ain't gonna bring it to me." Like they've made jokes. They both shot extensions here, like the extension. Devontae, I don't want to go anywhere else. AJ signing his extension here, and then Saquon wanted to come here. If there was a Saquon, know we got mouths to feed.
Saquon tired of being a guy.
Come here, if he had a problem, like he would be like, "Nah, there's too many."
He don't want to be the guy.
Get fed. Like these dudes want to win.
Facts.
Saquon
tired of being the guy.
But that's the key word that y'all. We gotta win. We gotta win games.
Yeah, that's true. Winning cures all, right? And then on top of that,
execute.
AJ and Devontae. One thing that stood out to me was, through all the dysfunction, right? Throughout this offseason, they've been having a lot of interviews together and separately, and they've been making it very clear. Hey, listen, if his success is my success, if he hot, feed that man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They said that, and I respect it. And I think AJ is in a new phase of his life right now. Obviously, he got re-upped twice by the Eagles, but I think just mentally, he just seems like he's truly leaning into the fact that he's one of the leaders of this team. And he wants to make sure he embodies that. And I just think the way last year went, I think everybody looked at themselves in the mirror and said, you know what? It was a group effort while we failed to do what we were supposed to do. And the only way we're gonna get there is if we hold each other accountable, hold each other down, and do our jobs to the best of our ability. So I think AJ understands the assignment. Thinking about the way the room is constructed, if there's any personality that makes a sound, I'm only thinking about AJ, but I don't think he will.
I feel like we have not seen a single sign. We've had issues, but I don't think any of our issues have been. Now, somebody being frustrated with Jalen specifically is different than frustrated that they're not getting the ball. Like,
and AJ made it clear. It's not about getting the ball. He made it clear.
Yeah, it wasn't about getting the ball. Like, being frustrated with how the offense is operating as a whole is different than being mad another dude going off and you not. If that's different, in my opinion. I don't think we've seen an issue there. And the actions have proved it.
And AJ, AJ has been, upset about play calling before. Like when we went for the field goal in the postseason, I think on like a 4th and 3 in the Super Bowl, he was like, I knew we was gonna lose when we went for the field goal. He wanted to go for it.
But that's play calling. That's not like why if Devontae
exactly.
I don't see AJ like if we're cooking and Devontae's hot, I don't see a situation where AJ's like, get me. I mean, of course, you love the game, you want to be involved, but I don't think it's like, dang, Devontae got 5 touchdowns in the last 2 games. I only got 1.
Yeah, I don't think I know to do with that.
Them being petty. I don't see them being
because they're competitors, right? When you want to compete, you want to be involved, right? And to your point, right about AJ saying, when we kicked that field goal, I knew we was losing the game. I was at the Maxwell Awards 2 years ago, I think. I was at the Maxwell Awards. I think it was either last year or 2 years ago. And I had the opportunity to meet Jalen Hurts, had the opportunity to meet Nick Sirianni, BG, and all them. And I was backstage with Nick and Jalen. And they was doing like this little intro, talking about Jalen. They was better give him his award for the Burt Bell Award and all that kind of stuff. And he was talking about the Super Bowl run and all that kind of stuff. And they was saying, the Eagles, they were one of the best teams on 4th down and all that kind of stuff, right? And they showed, I think, a punt or a field goal. Jalen walked up to Nick because me and Jalen were standing next to each other at first. Jalen walked up to Nick, tapped him and said, told you we should have went for it. He said, told you we should have went for it. I'm like, And again, I'm not making this up. I ain't got no reason to make it up. You know what I'm saying? Like when he said that, when he said that, I was like, I agree. It was moments in that game where I said, why are you changing your stripes now? You punt it where you normally wouldn't have punt it. Like,
and that's in a situation with a loss. Like complaining in a loss is different than we winning and you just mad because you didn't get the ball. Like I don't think there's any situation where if we're winning, then guys are going to be upset because Devontae got more touches than I did. I don't think we've seen any signs of that.
Right, because if you're winning, guys are doing their job more likely than less.
Exactly.
So you know what I mean? Shaq 93.
Yeah, my man Shaq. Thank you again, JJ.
$9.
Man.
Yeah.
There we go.
He said, I'm not done yet. What the bleep does Nick bring to the table? He's not offensive or defensive guru. I mean, he just a leader of men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just a leader of men.
Hey, listen, when you play
up in the pregame.
Hold on, I got you. Hold on, listen. When you play college football, or you play the dynasty, or you play the franchise mode in Madden, right? And you create your head coach, they give you 3 options, right? You either can have a tactician, a recruiter, or a motivator. Nick is the motivator. He may not be a tactician. He may not be the biggest recruiter, but he's a motivator. And every time I make my coach, I'm a motivator because that's how I talk. That's how I live. So that's where Nick fit in. That's his role here. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, these players like him. And he's mad at it. And he does bring the best out of them from a competition perspective, right? When they we not privy to every meeting they have. And we've seen some behind the scenes stuff. When Nick is in our meetings, he not the whole, goofy looking dude that we see in these press conferences, right? Like Nick is a man when he's talking to them guys. I believe that. So I think that's Nick's role. He's the motivator. He's gonna make key decisions in game. He's gonna manage the clock. He's going to control the timeouts. He's gonna I think he even has authority to say, you know what, Kellen, I'm overruling that. I'm not saying he will, but I just think that.
Oh, absolutely not. He better stay in his lane.
He might. They're not. Hey, yo, I'm telling you, they're not gonna stop. They in their bag right now. Carter Boy Fresh, thank you for the super chat. They're not gonna stop.
Yo, shout out to my man Shaq B93 too, man. We appreciate, but he's a motivator. He's a motivator, Shaq. Carter Boy Fresh with the 40.99 super chat. Thank you, Carter Boy. Appreciate you, big dog.
B Mills again.
He says BG spoke highly of him.
Yeah. You talking about Nolan? He did.
And BG come on now.
Lane Johnson did too, but I ain't seeing what they've been talking about yet.
But that's their teammates. These are leaders on the team. What BG gonna say? I ain't seen nothing. BG is nice.
Yeah,
He ain't gonna tear him down.
BG real nice. Yeah, BG real nice. And then Lane, like BG is cool as hell. I'm like, he really is who he is.
He one of my favorites of all time. I'm gonna hate to see him go. I don't even have a BG jersey
at
all.
You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
my dog BG right here.
And Lane
got my BG
and Lane,
in the crib.
See, the thing is, Lane said something specific about Nolan. That's why I was like,
I need to get this signed.
Yeah, you do. Nolan, I mean, Lane said something real specific about Nolan. That's why I was really curious to see if he really took that next step. Because like even more than just him being his teammate, right? He was too specific about his analysis. He said, Nolan, last year he didn't really have a pass rush plan. He kind of was just relying on his speed. And I'm paraphrasing.
Right.
He said this on the Green Light podcast. He said, Nolan, what I'm seeing from him is he actually has a pass rush plan now. I'm seeing more moves. I'm seeing him really starting to string together, different moves. I'm like, okay, all right. That gives me some kind of optimism. But again, I got to see it. That's all it is. B Mills, thank you so much, my man.
Appreciate you, B Mills.
Carter Boy Fresh back with the $4.99. When Howie traded for Dotson, he made the whole city of Philadelphia do the Millie Rock.
No, we was ready, man. It was a good trade.
I don't know about the Millie Rock. We was doing the hill toe. We was D-magging.
We was doing something.
Who's the Demon?
Demon. The $2 super chat.
Small edges take 3 years to get a bag, i.e. Hassan in Arizona. All right, well, we on year. What we on? Well, he on year 2.
But here's the thing about the Hassan comparison, right? It wasn't the fact that Hassan was a slow developer. They was flat out using him wrong. Flat out. So that begs the question, are we using Nolan correctly or are we not? I don't know. We're going to find out, though. Damon, thank you so much, my man. I really appreciate you.
Damon.
D878, $4.99 super chat. Rocky, best Eagles bar. Rocky's the best Eagles bar in the world, for real. Don't sleep on ATL. And LB, unblock me. Love the show. Keep it up.
Period. You already know.
I don't know what y'all be doing to get blocked. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna look into it.
Atlanta, Delphi, you need to start a small claims court with
small claims. That's hilarious.
Every time we do these lives, you got somebody saying you got them blocked. You need to open up a submission ticket or something. That'll be where they can appeal their case.
No, I probably blocked him. It ain't no glitch in the system. Yeah, I probably got him out of here.
Sometimes it just be one of them days and somebody just say something to you on the wrong day.
Right. Block. It do be like that. It do be like that.
Weapon X, man. Thank you for the $5, man. Weapon X be putting on too. Salute Weapon X.
Yeah, doing great work, man. Appreciate you, man. Always show love. Matter of fact, Weapon X, we got to get together again, bro. So, last one here is the Shaq B93 again. He said, "Shit, they can pay me the money just to motivate."
Right, I'll come in with that Jameis Winston speech.
I ain't mad at it, y'all. Look, I'm just telling you that even the video games is acknowledging that there's more than one type of head coach. Jimmy Johnson, Super Bowl winning head coach, he wasn't calling plays, but he was a hell of a recruiter. He knew talent, right? He was a hell of a motivator. He knew how to delegate. He knew how to delegate. John Harbaugh, he not calling no plays, but he do know talent. He know how to motivate. Mike Tomlin, he not calling no plays, but he know how to motivate his ass off. So like, I'm not saying that he's in that stratosphere of coach. I'm just trying to get you guys to understand that there's more than one archetype to being the coach. See, we're so spoiled by these guys like Sean McVay and McDaniel and LaFleur, and they think these guys just come in with this crazy playbook. And look, those guys are unique. Sean McVay is the best play caller in the NFL, in my humble opinion. But yeah, man. Nick gonna be Nick, and hopefully Kellen Moore does his job to the best of his ability. All right, y'all.
Yeah, hopefully it works out for him, man.
Yeah, that was the last of the super chats, y'all. Man, hell of a show, man.
Hell of a show. Still got 408 people
still
that I can see.
We got over 628 people total between our challenge. You got over 400. Simone got over 50 people in here. I got over 160. We together on this drawing, man. Like this is
shout out to y'all, man.
This is a movie, and we couldn't have been here without y'all. So we really grateful.
Make
for
sure
y'all.
Everybody is subscribing. Everybody,
yes.
You know what I mean. We will be back Wednesday next week after the final preseason game. We should have a clear and cut more. A broader overview on, the 53-man roster, getting ready for this Brazil game, man. The season's going to be crazy. We're just getting started with the content.
Absolutely, y'all. Smash that like button. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know the energy. We definitely gonna
Appreciate
see y'all
y'all.
next week. Simone, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Shoot, we better win that goddamn game. Brunson had to bring that back up to end the show, bring Brazil back up. So let's go ahead and get that win.
Man.
It's Virgo season. Happy Virgo season.
For sure, for sure. Virgo season definitely just started.
You know,
I got like 4 birthdays. Are you a Virgo?
Yeah, I don't trust the August Virgos as much as September Virgos. It's
when your birthday?
September 5th.
September 5th. My mom's September 16th.
Oh yeah, my daughter is September 6th.
Yeah,
my daughter's September 6th. My other daughter September 15th.
Bro, my mom a Virgo, my grandma a Virgo, my stepmom a Virgo, my aunt a Virgo. Like it's just
my mama a Virgo too.
I'm Virgoed out, man. Man, but listen, y'all know the vibes, y'all know the energy. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for y'all investment, y'all donations, y'all super chats. Thank y'all for staying locked in on the content for as long as y'all been. We out of here. We'll see y'all next week. It's been the Link Up. Peace out, y'all.